At the beginning of the story, we are taken to a huge building owned by the demonic sect. We see a man looking at the building from afar. The man's clan was destroyed by the demonic sect. His clan struggled to survive in order to get their revenge. The man jumped into the building through the roof. He moved his hand close to a guard and twisted his neck. The man knew that it won't take long for the sect to notice the sentry's disappearance. He knew that he had to finish this before that happens. In another part of the sect, we see a man meditating. The man said that it is noisy outside. When the old man raised his head up, he saw the mysterious man in front of him. He was holding the body of another guard. The mysterious man did not expect the old man to be meditating while his subordinates were getting killed. He told the old man that he is still heartless. The old man told him that he is just like him. He told him that he is running amok without knowing anything. With a smile on his face, the old man asked the man if he believes that a man would care about the insects beneath his feet as he climbs a mountain. He released his energy and said that a man only stares at the peak. This is how one reaches the pinnacle of martial arts. The man, whose name is Kong Wunshin, told the old man that he is spouting nonsense. He promised the old man, who is the heavenly demon, that he will kill him no matter what. The moment he said this, Kong Wunshin charged at the heavenly demon. He covered his hand with lightning with a technique called the Heavenly Lightning Fist. The heavenly demon did not flinch even though he saw the man coming. He asked him if this is all he can do. He used a technique known as the Heavenly Blood Tide art to cover his hand with his energy. He asked Wunshin to watch and learn. He fired his energy at Wunshin. Wunshin was able to block it and stand his ground. Unfortunately for him, the attack tore through his defense and scratched him on his face. Wunshin was surprised to see that the heavenly demon was using sword chi with his hand. The heavenly demon told Wunshin that he will send him over to his father today. He told him that he is finished. Immediately he said this, Wunshin used a technique known as the Heavenly Divine Palm to push the heavenly demon's hand back. The heavenly demon was shocked to see this. He could not believe that his steel tempering, which makes his fist harder than steel, is losing to Wunshin's bare hands. Wunshin gave the heavenly demon a heavy punch. He spat out some blood and flew back. He crashed into the wall. While breathing heavily, Wunshin told the heavenly demon that he should never speak about his father with his dirty mouth. He asked him if he has forgotten the evil deeds that he committed at that time. He told him that this is the rage of all the people he offended. The heavenly demon said that he should have wiped out the roots of the Dragon Cloud sect in the past. He wondered about the enlightenment Wunshin received for him to get this strong. He told the boy that he is actually surprised. He did not expect him to break through the heavenly demon blood surge art. The heavenly demon took out a bottle with an ominous aura around it. He told Wunshin that he left him no other choice. Wunshin was shocked to see the bottle. He realized that it was an elixir. The heavenly demon quickly drank the elixir. Wunshin realized that the heavenly demon will undergo a demonic chi deviation if he drinks an elixir of that amount at once. After finishing the elixir, the heavenly demon threw it on the ground. A large amount of chi entered his body. The old man screamed out in pain. His chi destroyed the things around him. Wunshin had to use his hand to block his face, while he was struggling to hold on. The heavenly demon called out to him. Wunshin quickly turned to his side. He saw the heavenly demon next to him. The old man covered his hand with his energy and attacked Wunshin. He told him that it is time for him to disappear. Wunshin was shocked to see the heavenly demon's palm coming close to him. He knew that he was too late. Before the old man's hand could touch him, someone used his magic to activate a barrier. The barrier blocked the heavenly demon's attack. Wunshin immediately recognized this ability. When he turned around, he saw a man holding a staff and wearing a hood. The man apologized for being late. He said that he was lazing around. Wunshin was shocked to see the great mage. The man asked him to stop using this nickname with him. He asked Wunshin if this is the nemesis he is talking about. This mage is someone who claims to be from another world. Wunshin knew that he would have died helplessly if not for the mage. While Wunshin was thinking, our protagonist cuts him off. Our boy was wondering why a high-level mage from a different world appeared in a martial arts story out of nowhere. He did not like this development at all. He was annoyed because he actually liked the novel. He wondered if the author is out of his mind. The development felt stupid to him. It just didn't make any sense. Our boy's name is Jin Seowon. He is 23 years old. He was discharged from the army 6 months ago. Now he is preparing to go back to college. While Seowon was looking at the novel, he hears his phone ring. He saw that he got a message from his friend. His friend asked him if he is up. He asked him to play with him. Seo-won wondered if his friend did not have anyone else to play with. Like many people who have completed their service, Seo-won had a good life plan before being discharged. He wanted to earn certifications while preparing to return to college, and he wanted to study all the things he couldn't study while he was in the military. However, Seo-won missed too much fun things that society had to offer. Our boy left his house with some money. On his way to his destination, he wondered if he should find a part-time job. He walked into an internet cafe. The owner welcomed him and asked him if he is going to be playing Loyal Ground again today. Seo-won asked the owner to give him 10 hours today. As a Muram novel fanatic, Seo-won spent a lot of time lost in fantasies of being the protagonist of a Muram world. He also sunk hours into the game known as Loyal Ground. At first, it was just a game that he played once in a while during his leaves. After he was discharged, he started grinding seriously. He became one of the top 10 rankers in 3 months. He got some spare change from the tournaments they occasionally held in the internet cafe. Seo-won put on his headset and told his friend that he is about to log in. He asked him to wait for him in the lobby. The moment he said this, Seo-won clicked on the game. Immediately the game began. 100 players got dropped from a plane. They were asked to collect the weapons scattered across the map and kill each other until one person is left. Immediately the players landed on the ground. Seo-won's character killed 2 of them with a gun. His friend was surprised to see that there were only 2 people left. Seo-won told him that he is too loud. He reminded him that he has already died once. He asked him to focus on farming and staying alive. He said that they need to find the safe zone first before moving. His friend told him that he believes in him. In the next scene, we see 2 players chasing after our boy. They went into a building to look for him. One of them saw that the loot was still in the building. He believed that Seo-won did not enter the building since the loot was still there. He was happy to see the free loot. Unfortunately for him, Seo-won was hiding behind him. The player's partner heard that he was dead. His partner realized that Seo-won was hiding. He quickly began to run. Unfortunately for him, Seo-won shot him in the head. Immediately, he died. The game congratulated Seo-won for being the last person alive. Our boy's friend thanked him for carrying him in the game. Seo-won asked him to queue up quickly. Our boy stretched out his hand. He told himself that he will lock in and start studying tomorrow. Before he could start playing again, he got a text. His mom asked him if he is studying well. She told him that she sent his academy fees and some extra cash. She asked him to eat something good. She apologized to him for not sending more money. Seo-won thanked her for the money. He told her that he is about to go to sleep. Immediately he typed this. He told his friend that he is not going to play anymore starting tomorrow. The boy was surprised to hear this. He reminded him that he promised to go to a clan war with him. Seo-won told him that he has to start going to an English academy from tomorrow. Our boy stepped out of the cafe. He felt guilty every time he saw his mom's texts. He has been living like this for months now. Seo-won decided to go home. While he was on his bed, he scrolled through his phone. He saw a video about people with mysterious powers being seen abroad. These people refer to themselves as players. When he tried to play the video, it told him that the page doesn't exist. He wondered if the video got deleted. Seo-won decided to just sleep. The next day, he received a text from his friend. His friend begged him to help him prepare for the clan war today. Seo-won wondered if he should help him one last time. The moment he thought of this, he noticed that something was shining brightly behind him. When he turned around, he saw something shocking. He saw a ridiculously bright light. Seo-won did not understand what was happening. The light swallowed him up. He dropped his bag and vanished into thin air. When Seo-won woke up, he found himself in a forest with different people. Before waking up, Seo-won wondered about what the light was. He wondered if he was being punished because his resolve for studying shattered in one day. Seo-won opened his eyes when he heard different voices. He wondered why the place was so loud. When he raised his head up, he saw different people fighting. These people were speaking in different languages. Seo-won did not understand what was happening. He wondered why there were so many cosplayers around him. The cosplayers were using magic. Our boy believed that he might be dreaming. He looked around and wondered about where he was. There was a statue in front of the people. The statue announced that 100 players have been detected. Seo-won noticed that he heard a voice in his head. The statue's eyes began to glow. It announced that it is initializing the system. Seo-won wondered about what the system was. The statue said that language synchronization is at 100%. Immediately it said this. Seo-won heard someone ask about where the voice is coming from. Our boy wondered why everyone was suddenly speaking Korean. He heard another player say that everyone is speaking his language. When he turned to the side, he saw 2 players getting ready to fight. The man in blue clothing referred to the man in front of him as the enemy of their sect. He told him that he has been waiting for this day. Seo-won saw another player who turns out to be an elf. The elf asked the man in front of him, whose name is Chiron, if he was the one who sent them there. Chiron asked the elf, whose name is Escrow, if he wasn't the one who sent them there. Escrow told Chiron that he is shameless. He told him that he won't be fooled by his words. Chiron told him that he doesn't care if he believes him. He told him that everyone is fated to kneel in front of the Demon King's power. Escrow released his magic and promised Chiron that he will kill him and end the Demon King as an archmage. The moment he said this, he fired lightning at Chiron. When the smoke cleared up, Escrow saw that Chiron was still fine. Chiron was also surprised to see that he was still fine even though he was hit with Escrow's power. He did not feel anything at all. Escrow asked Chiron to tell him the truth. He asked him if he is the one who dragged him there. Upon seeing what was happening, Seo-won realized that everything was too realistic to be a dream. While looking around, the system informed him that the game is about to begin. It told the players that the difficulty level is easy. It asked them to get into the top 90. The map chosen was the King's Kingdom capital. Rewards will be awarded to the top 10 and higher. The system told the players that attacks between players are neutralized in the waiting room. Seo-won noticed that he was looking at a game map. The statue decided to explain to the players who were just accessing Cloyd survival for the first time. The game will proceed for 100 days. Each day, the map you play in will get slightly limited. If a person exits the limited map, they will be subjected to great harm. The game will continue until there is only one survivor left. If the game finishes, or if a person gets eliminated, they will return to their original world. Players who are unable to make it into the top 90 will not be able to partake in Cloyd survival again. The statue explained to them that they will soon descend to the location they desire with the help of Ergus Gaze. He told them that they can obtain items in the map and use them to enter the top 90. The statue wished everyone good luck. Upon hearing this, Seo-won wondered if he was dreaming about loyal ground right now. He carefully looked around. Even if this was a dream, Seo-won could tell that he was going to die amidst these absurd people. Our boy didn't want to die even if he was dreaming. While he was thinking, someone called him messy hair. Seo-won quickly raised his head up. The huge man in front of him asked him about why he keeps looking around. He asked our boy about where he is from. Seo-won did not say anything. The man was annoyed to see this. He pointed his sword at our boy and asked him to not ignore him. He asked him about where he is from again. The moment he said this, the system informed them that the game will be starting in 3 seconds. Seo-won smiled at the man. The man did not understand why he was smiling. He asked him if he has lost his mind. Seo-won wondered about why he was laughing. Immediately he thought of this. The game's countdown ended. Seo-won believed that he needed to laugh because he was having such a fun dream. He gave the man the middle finger. Our boy believed that he could easily defeat bastards like this with his knowledge of loyal ground, which is also known as log. The man was annoyed to see what our boy did. Before he could do anything, Seo-won disappeared. The system informed them that day 1 has begun. The players were dropped from the sky. Seo-won noticed that people were descending in crowded areas where there are a lot of items. Our boy was certain that the crowded areas would have more items, but he decided to start on the outskirts to be safe. While in the sky, he found a building in the forest. He decided to descend there. The moment he thought of it, the system dropped him there. When our boy stood up, he felt like throwing up. He felt motion sick. He decided to enter the house. Before he could move, he heard something moving. Seo-won quickly began to run. Because of his motion sickness, he couldn't see if anyone else landed with him. Our boy knew that he will die if he comes across any enemy without holding a weapon. He went into the house and closed the door. He sat on the ground and began to breathe heavily. He wondered if the man from earlier was the one who followed him. He realized that he shouldn't have provoked him. Our boy carefully looked through the window. He did not see anyone next to the house. He wondered if it was just the sound of the wind. Fortunately for him, he couldn't hear any more sounds. He decided to look through the house. He recalled that the statue asked them to get items where they land. He realized that he had to look for the items inside the house. Before he could start searching, he kicked something with his leg. Seo-won picked up the item he kicked. The system informed him that he has obtained a crossbow. The crossbow was heavy for Seo-won to carry, but it was still better than nothing. Seo-won picked up the arrows next to the crossbow. As soon as he equipped it, the way to use it naturally entered into his head. Our boy set the arrow and raised the crossbow up. He said that this is nothing for a Korean soldier. He pressed the lever under it. The moment he did this, he he fired the arrow at a crazy speed. He destroyed parts of the house. Our boy was shocked to see the power of the crossbow. He realized that the crossbow will be very useful once he learns to use it properly. Seowon looked around the house, but he couldn't find anything useful. Fortunately, this map was super big. Our boy stepped out of the house and moved to another location. He believed that he could safely farm items if he doesn't run into any enemies. Seowon held his crossbow up and carefully went into another house. He found a scroll in the house. When he picked it up, the system informed him that he has obtained a small healing scroll. It told him that his injuries will be healed if he rips the scroll. Our boy was surprised to see the kind of item it was. He quickly put it into his pocket. He realized that he needed to find more recovery items. He wished he had a bag to carry items. While looking around, he saw a book glowing among some books on a shelf. When our boy picked up the book, the system informed him that he obtained the Black Star Leader's martial arts book. It is a martial arts that lets a person project dark energy through their fingers. The system asked Seowon if he would like to learn the martial arts. Our boy wondered if he will be given a tutorial. He accepted the system's offer. The moment he did this, the book shined brightly in front of him. It began entering Seowon's hand. Our boy wondered about what just happened. He took a look at his hand. He noticed that some of the pores on his hand had opened up a bit. Seowon picked up a fork from a table next to him and threw it at a crazy speed. The fork destroyed the wall. Seowon was happy to see that he has learned a martial arts technique. He took out the fork from the wall. Due to the fact that there are martial arts books in this world, our boy believed that magic books will also exist. He became certain that Cloyd's Survival and Loyal Ground are the same game. After looking all over the place, Seowon did not see anything else. He decided to move to another location. Later in the night, we see our boy sneaking around with his crossbow. The sun went down while he was farming. He wanted to find a place to hide. While looking around, our boy saw a house that had its lights on. There were two reasons why the light would be on in the place. Either there is a rare item inside the building, or there is someone in there. Seowon carefully opened the door and moved into the house with his crossbow. He did not know how many people landed near him. In the case that there is someone there, they could either be a complete pro or a complete noob. Our boy moved close to the stairs. He noticed that he couldn't hear anything on the first floor. He wondered if the person was hiding on the second floor. Seowon reminded himself that he has a weapon and he can ambush the person with the black starchy palms. He believed that he might stand a chance even if the person is a pro. He carefully moved up the stairs with his crossbow. He only saw a lantern when he went to the second floor. He wondered if it was a trap. He saw a door leading to a room next to the lantern. Seowon put himself together and knocked the door down. When he looked around, he didn't see anyone. He fell on his knees. He could not believe that he put on a show for himself. He was relieved to see that there was no one there. Our boy looked around. He found a ring on a table. He wondered if it was an item. The system informed him that he has obtained a ring of strength. It increases the user's strength by 20 when equipped. Seowon did not expect that he will get stronger simply by wearing a ring. He decided to test it out. When he wore the ring, it shined brightly. Seowon noticed that his body feels lighter. He could barely feel the weight of the crossbow. Our boy called out to his stats. Nothing happened. He asked for his info. The moment he said this, a status window appeared in front of him. Seowon realized that he is pretty weak when he saw his status window. He noticed that he was classified as a martial artist. He wondered if this is because he learned a martial art. He found it to be pretty cool. He believed that he was improving since he started with nothing. Seowon went down the stairs. He decided to properly search the first floor. He found another ring called the subspace ring. It allows the user to store items in a subspace when it is equipped. Seowon did not expect to get another ring. In order to store an item, our boy needs to grab the item he wants and say or think of the word subspace. The system explained to him that if he uses his other hand to touch the ring while thinking of the item he wants, he will be able to take the item from the subspace. If the subspace is full, it will not be able to store any items. Seowon realized that it was like an inventory. This is the item used in this world instead of a bag. When he called out to the subspace, a purple space appeared in the air. Our boy was impressed. He put the healing scroll into the subspace. It felt weird for Seowon, but it was quite convenient for him. He didn't have to carry the subspace around like a bag. Our boy believed that this item will be convenient to have in reality. He believed that it will be amazing if he could take the items and the martial arts back to reality. He wondered if there were 0 eliminations in the game. He believed that the game must have a kill log. He quickly found the kill log. He saw that only one person had been eliminated. Seowon wanted to farm until there were only 90 people left. Our boy was able to search houses and obtain a lot of consumable items. He was lucky enough to find many hidden weapons to use alongside the black star chi palms. After going through all the houses in the area, Seowon wondered if he should move on or stay there until it gets bright out. The strong people he saw in the waiting room are striding around the darkness. Our boy knew that he couldn't beat them at his current level. He believed that he might be able to get into the top 10 if he hides. Seowon believes that there will be less people out at night. He decided to go to one more place before the sun comes up. While walking through the forest, Seowon noticed that he is not tired even though he has been walking for a while. He found the ring of strength to be amazing. Although his strength had increased, he could still feel hunger and thirst. He realized that Cloyd's survival might be similar to reality. Seowon did not see anything to eat around him. He believed that there will be food in the city. He looked around the area. He was certain that the city should be close by. He wondered about where the houses were. While looking around, Seowon heard something growling. Our boy quickly hid behind a tree. He did not know when the thing got close to him. He carefully peeked to see what it was. Our boy saw something shocking. He saw a werewolf. He quickly went down back. To his surprise, another werewolf was next to him. The monster tried to squash him, but he was able to dodge it. Seowon began to run. The two werewolves fixed their gaze on him. Our boy believed that this was a player versus player game. If he knew that the werewolves were around there, he would have stayed at the house. Seowon believed that he was still a ranker in name. He felt like it would be embarrassing for him if he died to a mob. While running, he found a house. He quickly dashed into the house and locked the door. He sat on the ground and struggled to catch his breath while breathing heavily. He heard the werewolves growling outside. They were looking for him. Our boy wondered about what he should do. He carefully peeked through a small hole to see where they were. The werewolves were not far from him. Due to how they were sniffing around, Seowon realized that they must be searching for his scent. Our boy took out his crossbow. He decided to attack first. He carefully set the crossbow and fired it through the hole. The arrow hit one of the werewolves. The monster fell on the ground and dissipated. Seowon was happy to see this. Thanks to the ring of strength, he could fire with just one hand. He decided to deal with the other werewolf. Before he could reset his arrow, the monster appeared in front of his door and barged inside. It scratched Seowon's face with its claws. Our boy quickly moved back. He shot his arrow at the werewolf. Unfortunately for him, the wolf blocked it with its arm. It charged at Seowon. Our boy wondered if this is how he was going to get eliminated. He was not ready to accept this. He called out to the subspace. He took out one of the hidden weapons he found and used the black star chi palms to fire it at the werewolf. The attack left a hole in the werewolf's chest. Seowon said that he cannot lose to a mere underling. He fell to the ground and began to breathe heavily. He could not believe that he almost died. He was happy that he took the throwing daggers he found. He found it embarrassing that he almost lost to a mob. When he raised his head up, he saw a small pouch on the ground. The pouch dropped from the monster's body. When Seowon took a look inside, he found water and jerky inside the bag. He did not expect that he had to hunt for food. Seowon decided to check out his surroundings. He found a piece of armor on the ground. He wondered if it is like the bulletproof vest from Loyal Ground. When he put on the armor, he noticed that it was too big for him. The armor shrunk to fit his body size. The system informed him that the advanced orichalcum breastplate has been equipped. Seowon's resistance against fire and wind increased greatly. Our boy was happy to see that the breastplate raised more than 1 or 2 stats. He began to look around a shelf for more items. Seowon didn't find anything in the shelf. While looking around, he kicked something with his leg. He couldn't see the thing. He realized that it was a hidden item. He picked the item up. It felt like a cloth to him when he wore the item. The system told him that he has equipped the night cloak. If our boy stays still in the darkness, he will blend in with it. While he is hidden, he will not be detected by magic, and the sounds he makes will be suppressed. Seowon was happy to see that he obtained such a cool item. It means that he can avoid anybody that he comes across at night. Our boy believed that it is the best item for staying alive. With the night cloak, Seowon can stay alive as long as he needs to. Our boy was confused about how there was a house in the middle of nowhere. He now understood that it was a farming spot. He did not expect that his luck would be better on the second day. While walking in the forest, Seowon noticed that he hasn't seen anyone at all. He wondered if it is because he dropped into a random location. While thinking, Seowon noticed that he could hear something coming towards him. When he turned around, He saw a man running towards him. The man was heavily injured. He said that an apprentice bastard would be nothing for him if he had the time to use something. Seowon quickly hid next to a tree when he saw the man. The injured man did not expect to meet a mage here. Seowon took out his crossbow. The man did not look strong to him. He believed that he could take care of him. While watching the man walk forward, Seowon told himself that the man isn't real. He told himself that it is all a game. Before he could do anything, someone fired a flame spell called Escrow's Flame at the injured man. The man screamed out as his body got burnt. Our boy watched him as he burned. He wondered if the man had died. While he was staring at him, Seowon saw something shocking. He saw a chest. Since there wasn't a corpse there, Seowon became certain that they were inside a game. He realized that the chest contained the items that the man had. Our boy wondered about where the fire came from. The moment he thought of this, a man walked past him with fire in his hand. The man was holding a sword in his other hand. The man said that someone who couldn't use magic dared to steal his items. He called the dead man an unlucky bastard. Seowon quickly covered his mouth. The mage said that the man wouldn't have felt the pain of burning to death if he had just died by his sword. Our boy noticed that the man didn't see him. He just walked by. He was very happy that he got this awesome cloak. The mage, whose name is Chiron, asked the man to be honored that he died at his hands. Chiron decided to check what the man dropped. Seowon realized that the person who just died was a player like him. He knew that he could be the next person who gets hunted by this man. Our boy understood that anyone could kill him and get a higher rank the moment he hesitates. He realized that he had to take care of this man if he wants to survive. While the man was looking through the items, our boy fired an arrow at him. Chiron sensed the attack and used a shield to block it. He quickly activated his magic. He realized that he made too much of a commotion. He said that it is the dead man's fault. Before he could fire his attack, Seowon fired another arrow at him. The arrow made his shield crack. Chiron realized that his barrier will break if it gets hit again. He wondered about where Seowon was shooting from. He fired an attack in the direction the arrow came from. The attack destroyed a tree. Chiron asked our boy to stop hiding like a coward. He asked him to show himself. Immediately he said this, Seowon threw one of his throwing daggers at him from behind. Chiron quickly turned around when he sensed the attack. Unfortunately for him, the dagger destroyed his barrier. Chiron was annoyed because he didn't know where Seowon was hiding. Our boy raised his head and moved the bushes around him. The moment he heard the sound of the leaves, Chiron gathered his magic. Before he could fire his attack, he found a dagger on his forehead. His body dissipated. Seowon was shocked to see that he won. After his body disappeared, Chiron dropped a box filled with his items. Our boy realized that someone could have seen Karen's fire and rushed here. He decided to take what he can and leave quickly. He threw Karen's items into his inventory. He found a medium-grade healing scroll in Karen's chest. He also found a necklace known as Escrow's necklace. According to the system, the pure gold necklace signifies that a person is a mage of the Escrow's magic society. Seowon believed that it was just a trash item with no properties. He decided to just keep it. When he looked at the other man's box, he noticed that something was glowing inside. When our boy looked into the box, he found an item known as Circle Stone. The system explained to Seowon that the item allows the user to engrave a circle around their heart. This allows them to use mana. Once used, the user will be able to learn the magic of that circle. Seowon could not believe that he was going to be a mage just like that. He recalled that the owner said that he would have been able to defeat Chiron if he had the time to use something. He realized that the man was referring to this. He promised to put it to good use in his stead. He poured the rest of the items into his subspace. He decided to check them in a safer location. He left the area. He wanted to find a place to use the circle stone. He found a good building and went inside. The system asked him if he would like to use the circle stone. Our boy accepted the request. The system informed him that he will be motionless for 3 hours. He won't be able to take any other actions or use items during this time. It told our boy that he will also feel some slight pain as the circle forms. The circle stone began to shine brightly. Seowon grit his teeth to endure the pain. He suppressed the screams that wanted to come out and spent 3 hours in intense pain. After the 3 hours was up, Seowon fell to the ground. He could not believe that this was what the system called the slight pain. He thought he was going to die. Seowon recalled that learning martial arts was easy. He did not expect it to be so hard to learn magic. He opened his status window to see his state. Our boy now has 2 jobs. He was a martial artist and a mage. He even had a mana stat. Seowon believed that the number of survivors would have gone up since the 2 men died. When he checked the survivors section, he saw something shocking. There were now 45 survivors left. 54 people had already died. Seowon did not know how this was possible. It had only been a few hours. He saw that a lot of people were killed by someone known as Nam Sagwon. A few hours earlier, we see a martial artist chasing a swordsman. He watched the swordsman as he ran from a tree. The swordsman begged the martial artist to stop chasing him. The martial artist smiled when he heard this. The swordsman was the one who raised his sword at Seowon before. The poor guy tripped while he was running. He fell to the ground. He quickly turned around and begged the martial artist to let him get into the top 90. He told him that he can't die like this. He begged the martial artist to spare him. The martial artist covered his hand with his energy. He used it to behead the man. He turned around and said that every participant will come to know his name after today. This martial artist's name is Nam Sagwon. Sagwon walked into the forest. He didn't even bother to check the chest. On the third day of Cloyd survival, we see Seowon looking at his status window. He hoped that he doesn't run into Sagwon. While thinking, Seowon realized that he might be able to enter the top 10 if Sagwon keeps on taking everyone out. He recalled that the statue announced that a reward will be given to people who enter the top 10. He wondered about what the reward will be. He believed that it might be money and items. He realized that the system might allow them to take the skills and items they acquired here into the real world. Our boy believed that he might be getting ahead of himself. He reminded himself that there is a killer running amok outside. He decided to finish up and start moving. When he raised his hand, he felt a power coming from within his body. He realized that this was mana. Seowon put his hand into his subspace. He recalled that he found a magic book while looting yesterday. He brought out an item known as Magic Book of Wind Ball. It allows the user to create spheres with wind. The number of spheres the user can create increases with the user's power. The system asked our boy if he will like to learn it. Seowon accepted this request. The magic book disappeared into thin air the moment he accepted it. Our boy was able to understand the magic spell. He decided to test it out. He used a version of escrow magic known as Wind Ball. The moment he activated the spell, 4 tiny wind balls appeared above his fingers. Seowon could not believe that this was all the spell had to offer. He threw the wind balls away. When the wind balls got close to the walls, they enlarged and destroyed it. Our boy was shocked to see this. He did not expect it to be this strong. He realized that he had gotten a useful skill. While he was looking at the rubbles, our boy noticed that he suddenly felt tired. His mana had hit 0. As time passed, the restricted zone began to appear on the map and the range gradually shrank. Seowon decided to farm while staying at the edges of the boundary. Since half of the players were gone, our boy's chances of running into another player has decreased. Seowon knew that he had to farm faster before the restricted zone shrinks even more. While he was walking around, an old man who appears to be a martial artist watched him from a distance. The old man said that our boy is interesting. Half a day later, we see Seowon walk into an area filled with houses. He saw something when he arrived there. He saw a large amount of chests on the ground. Seowon quickly turned around when he sensed a presence. He activated his wind ball and fired it at a building. The attack destroyed a building, but no one came out. Seowon realized that it was just the wind. He was certain that he felt someone's presence. When he looked into the building, he noticed that he could see blood on the floor. He realized that there is an injured person there. He knew that the person was very strong since they were able to survive to this point. Seowon thought about killing the injured person. He believed that the person has some good items. Our boy decided to prioritize his survival and leave. He walked into the forest. After he left, the injured man came out of hiding. He was happy that he quickly hid. He knew that he would have been killed. The man stepped out of the house. He knew that he could have easily taken care of our boy if he wasn't injured. He decided to loot the chest quickly and leave. The moment he went down to search the chests, Seowon fired an arrow at his head. It went into his skull. The man did not expect this. He disappeared and dropped his chest. Upon seeing this, Seowon came out of hiding. He was happy that the man came out so fast. He decided to farm quickly and go to the edges of the restricted zone. Before Seowon could walk up to the chest, the martial artist who was watching him told him that he is pretty skilled. Our boy quickly turned around. He could not believe that he let his guard down. The old man appeared behind him. He asked him to relax. He told him that he simply has a few questions for him. Seowon asked him about who he is. The man asked him if he will recognize him if he tells him his name. He reminded him that they all came from living different lives. Seowon realized that he was right. He noticed that the old man was different from everyone he had met so far. The martial artist asked him if he has participated in this game before. Our boy asked him about what he means. The man explained to him that he has been watching him for a while. He told Seowon that he adapted pretty fast. He reminded him that this is another reality. Upon hearing this, our boy wondered about the amount of time the old man has been watching him. He did not even notice him. He told the old man that this is his first time in the game. He told him that he has played a similar game in the world he came from. The martial artist found this to be interesting. He already knew that Seowon was from a different world from his appearance, but he became more certain after hearing what he said. The martial artist noticed that it had gotten dark. Our boy told him that the third day has come to an end. While looking at the sky, the martial artist asked Seowon if the moon in this world is the same size as the moon in his world. Our boy realized that he has never noticed how big the moon was. He told the old man that the moon here is bigger. The martial artist said that the moon in his world is smaller. With a smile on his face, he asked Seowon if he can explain the game he mentioned to him. Our boy told him that they can easily be ambushed in this place. The man suggested that they go somewhere else since it will be a long conversation. Seowon told him that he doesn't know if he will kill him. The martial artist grabbed his clothes. He advised him not to make any sound if he doesn't want to become a target. The moment he said this, he jumped on a tree with Seowon in his hand. He began to leap through the woods. The martial artist moved at a crazy speed. Seowon had to grit his teeth to withstand the pressure of the wind. At the time, Seowon had no idea about the kind of consequences their encounter will bring. After arriving at their destination, our boy began to explain things to the martial artist. The man was surprised to hear that the people in our boy's world play with dolls in a virtual space. He told him that the world he comes from sounds very magical. While holding on tightly to the tree, Seowon told the man that his world is simply a highly advanced civilization. The martial artist told him that he now understands how he was able to adjust to the game so quickly. Our boy was surprised to hear this. He wondered about the amount of time the man has been watching him. The man revealed to him that he has been with him from the moment they arrived there. Seowon was surprised to see that the man knew what he was thinking. The martial artist explained to him that he was planning on enjoying the fresh air on the high mountains for the next 100 days, but he was intrigued by what our boy was doing. He explained to Seowon that he decided to talk to him because he was curious about why they were brought there. He told our boy that he doesn't intend to harm him. He told him that he does not need to be so cautious of him. Seowon revealed to him that he also doesn't know the reason why they were brought there. The old man reminded him that he said that he had something similar to this in his world. Our boy explained to him that the game in his world is meant for fun and people don't die for real. He said that he doesn't understand the motives of the supernatural beings who abduct people from another world. He told the man that he believes that the game will serve as a huge opportunity for someone else. The martial artist asked him about what he means. He reminded the man that dying here doesn't mean that a person will die in real life. Once a person dies, they will be given a rank and a reward corresponding to the rank. Seowon told the man that the rewards must be the items obtained in this world. The man asked him if he is referring to the things he is wearing. Our boy told him that it will also include the martial arts and skills that they learn in this world. The man said that magic is truly interesting. He could not believe that this entire event is an opportunity. Seowon knew that the martial artist won't need this ability as an item. He explained to him that this abilities could change the lives of people going through lots of struggles in life. The martial artist asked Seowon to tell him why he believes that his life is without struggles. Our boy told him that he looks like a martial master who has a lot of followers in his world. He said that he can't compare himself to him, who doesn't have any real value in the world. He told the man that this can be a huge opportunity for people who are struggling in life. The martial artist laughed when he heard this. He told Seowon that he says a lot of interesting things. Seowon asked him not to speak so loudly. The martial artist reminded him that he was hovering his hand in the air earlier. He asked him about what he was doing. Our boy asked him if he doesn't know how to turn on the map. He told the old man about the tips and tricks that were useful in this world. He also heard stories about the martial artist's world. Morning arrived pretty quickly for them. The martial artist came down from the tree with Seowon. He told him that he took too much of his time. Our boy asked him not to worry about it. The old man told Seowon that he learned a lot from him. He asked our boy if there is anything he can do to repay him. Seowon asked the man if it is possible for him to learn some of his martial arts. He explained to him that he wants to survive until the very end. He told him that he needs his help in order to do this. The old man glared at our boy. He told him that it isn't impossible. Seowon was shocked to hear this. The old man told him that he needs to prepare for the worst. Our boy asked him about what he means. The old man told him that he is referring to death. He asked Siowon if he still wants to do it. He explained to our boy that he has to pay a hefty price if he wants to succeed outside the traditional means. He asked him if he is prepared for this. Siowon was surprised to hear this. He reminded the elder that people don't die in this place. The elder was shocked to hear this. He realized that Siowon was right. He believed that he could use a certain method for our boy. Siowon asked him if there is a way for him to get stronger. The martial artist told him that he has a method worth trying. Siowon asked him about what he needs to do. The elder placed his hand on his head to see the amount of inner energy he has. He was shocked to feel the inner energy that Siowon possessed. He revealed to our boy that his inner energy is even lesser than a house dog. The elder did not know how this was possible. Siowon reminded him that there is no such thing as martial arts or inner energy in his world. The elder asked him to sit in a lotus position. After Siowon sat down, the elder placed his hand on his head. He revealed to our boy that he will feel pain that is akin to death, and he will not be able to move. Siowon asked him about what he should do about it. The elder asked him to endure the pain. He told him that he will die if he fails to do so. All our boy's senses were on edge. The wind blowing against his skin felt like sharp blades to him. The breath entering his lungs felt like lava to him. Siowon could even hear the sound of the ants crawling on the grass. He felt a ridiculous amount of pain. A bright light shined from his body as he screamed out. Siowon wondered if he was going to die. He could sense everything in his body. The pain was something he had never experienced before. After a while, the elder told Siowon that they are done. Our boy quickly opened his eyes. He began to puke. The elder told him that his body isn't bad since he was able to endure this. He told him that he has an innate disposition. He explained to Siowon that his body will feel different since he fixed the flow of his chi. Our boy asked him about what he should do now. The elder reminded him that he said that he wanted to get stronger as quickly as possible. He explained to Siowon that he pushed his soul back a bit and created an inspiratory gate in that space. He told our boy that people are born to absorb the world's chi solely through breathing. However, our boy now has another gate to help him absorb special energy other than through breathing. Siowon asked the elder about what changed. He explained to him that people consist of body, mind, and soul. These three are held together by life chi. The elder asked Siowon if he knows what happens to the life chi when a person dies. Our boy told him that it disappears. The elder told him that he is wrong. He explained to him that the life chi disperses. It doesn't disappear. The dispersed life chi gets absorbed by nature. This allows the life cycle to continue. However, there are those who consider this obvious logical cycle a waste. They even murder others to absorb their life chi. Those who have bodies full of life chi are in an unstable state. In the end, the harmony of their yin and yang shatters. This makes them lose their martial arts or their lives. The mind technique which the elder passed on to Siowon allows him to absorb the scattered life chi to increase his inner energy. Siowon was shocked to hear this. He told the elder that he will die if this happens. The elder revealed to him that he is a bit different. He explained to him that those martial artists constructed their veins to create a gate, but he used his soul to create a gate. He told Siowon that he doesn't have any inner energy. His body is like a blank sheet. The elder tweaked his veins to allow him absorb life chi harmoniously. He asked Siowon if he understands why he gave him a mind technique that is forbidden in Zhongyuan. Siowon asked him if it is because of the game's setting. The elder commended him for catching on fast. He revealed to him that he felt the life chi yesterday. The places where people died, there was life chi left behind. The biggest issue of this mind technique is that a person can greatly succeed only through murder, but this is not an issue in this place. The elder told Siowon that if he eliminates others in order to survive, his power will greatly rise at the end of the 100 days. He told him that it is time for them to part ways. He told Siowon that he hopes to see him again. Our boy asked him to wait. He asked the elder to tell him his name since he helped him so much. The old man revealed to him that his name is Jang Dokian. He said that people call him the Deep Valley Standing Kindly. He revealed to Siowon that the mind technique he taught him is called the White Martial Physique Arts. Siowon bowed his head to him and promised to never forget the favor. Dokian advised him to get used to breathing deeply. He explained to him that he will slowly get stronger by accumulating inner energy through concentrating on his dantian. He opened the map and told our boy that it is quite convenient. He told him that he will see him again when the opportunity arises. After saying this, the elder jumped on a tree and vanished. Our boy said that he vanished like a pro. He wondered if he will be able to go around comfortably like that when he gets proficient at using chi. He decided to go to the outskirts of the limited area. Being abducted by Dokian to the center of the restricted area happened in an instant, but walking back to the edge took our boy half a day. At night, we see Seo-won hiding in the bushes. He was looking at a house that had its lights on. Our boy knew that there were only two possibilities in this scenario. Either there is no one in the house, or there is a newbie inside who doesn't know how to turn off the lights. He decided to go inside. When he arrived inside, he didn't see anyone there. Our boy went upstairs and looked around. He didn't see anyone there either. He was happy to see that it was empty. He began to look around for items. Unfortunately, he only found useless things like small healing scroll and a jerky. He laid on the floor and yawned. He realized that he hasn't slept at all because he spoke to the elder all night long. Our boy decided to get some sleep. The next day, we see Seo-won lying on the floor. He quickly opened his eyes when he heard some movements. He heard someone say that the house doesn't seem empty. The person had already gotten upstairs. Seo-won quickly grabbed his crossbow. He could not believe that he was sleeping like a baby when the sun was already up. The intruder opened the door of the room. He wanted to rest inside. Immediately, he opened the door. He saw Seo-won pointing his crossbow at him. Our boy fired his arrow at him. The man was able to use his sword to break the arrow. Seo-won realized that he was a martial artist. He quickly opened his subspace and fired multiple daggers at the man with the black starchy palm. The man was able to block the attack. He called Seo-won a bastard for using hidden weapons. Before he could attack our boy, he charged at him and pushed him down. He kicked the man's sword out of his hand. Seo-won took out an arrow and got on the man. He told him that he was having a nice dream when he woke him up. The man begged him to spare him. He told Seo-won that he will give him everything he has. He told him that he struggled to survive. He told our boy that he can't die here. Unfortunately for the man, our boy stabbed him in the head with his arrow. The system informed him that he killed Shui Orong with an headshot. With a serious look on his face, Seo-won told the man that he also can't die here. Seo-won noticed something odd coming from the man's chest after killing him. It released a green energy. Our boy immediately realized this was the thing that Dokian was talking about. This was life chi. The life chi covered his body. A bright light shined in front of him. He began to absorb the life chi at a crazy speed. Our boy could feel his body overflowing with strength. He realized that this is what is known as inner energy. Even though he only absorbed one person's life chi, his body already became lighter and stronger. Seo-won quickly called out to his status window. He saw that he now had an inner energy section. He now had 20 inner energy. Our boy realized that Dokian gave him something amazing. He knew that he couldn't just rely on getting kills to get life chi. He had to think of other ways of getting it. Seo-won opened the player count. He wanted to see the amount of people that has been eliminated. He was shocked to see that there were only 24 people left. He was quite shocked because they were just on the 5th day. While he was looking at his status window, he noticed that another person just died. The person was killed by Sagwang. The scene shifts, and we see the person call out Sagwang's name as his body disappeared. The man disappeared and left his chest. Sagwang was not interested in his chest. He was actually disappointed. He expected the man to be strong since he approached him. He felt like he got his clothes dirty for no reason. Sagwang took a look at his status window. He was certain that he has killed a lot of people. He wondered about when the event will end. He checked his player count and saw that there were only 22 players left. He saw Seo-won's name among the people who killed other players. He was certain that he had seen our boy's name before. Back at the house, Seo-won was hoping that he doesn't run into a dangerous player like Sagwang. He knew that he was far below Sagwang's level. He was still struggling with players like Orong. Seo-won quickly emptied the man's chest. He wanted to finish farming before the restricted zone gets smaller. The only good thing Seo-won found in the chest was a refined troll's potion. The other items were worthless. Our boy realized that the man wouldn't have died easily if he had something valuable. After that day, Seo-won decided to hide and survive until the number of players drops. A week later, we are taken to the forest. We see two werewolves moving together. Seo-won fired a powerful shot at the monsters and took them out. Our boy came to the realization that he got lucky that he started farming earlier on in the game. He couldn't loot well because he was hiding, and the gear that he actually got was trash. Fortunately for him, he stayed in the forest near the borders of the restricted zone, so he didn't run into enemies. Seo-won was happy that he was able to get some food for the day. This was the 12th day of Cloyd's survival. He was already sick of the jerky. Our boy moved close to the restricted zone. He recalled that there were 20 players left. He put his hand through the barrier of the restricted zone. His hand began to shake. Seowon quickly took it out when he saw this. He understood that he won't be able to go past the barrier for a week straight. The kill log only showed Sagwon killing everyone. The others began to hide and play it safe like Seowon. While thinking, our boy saw a large smoke coming from another direction. He knew that a fight was taking place in that place. The scene shifts, and we are taken to the fight. We see Sagwon breathing heavily. He asked the people who attacked him for their identities. The knight among them told him that they came together with the goal of taking him down. He told Sagwon that there is no way for him to win. He asked him to die quietly. The group consisted of a knight, a martial artist, an elf mage, and another mage. There were other people in the group that surrounded Sagwon from behind. Sagwon thanked them for saving him the trouble of hunting them down one by one. With a smile on his face, he asked the players if they are also ready to suffer the same fate as him. He promised to make them understand their actions. He jumped when he said this. Someone asked the others to get him. They didn't want Sagwon to escape. Unfortunately for them, Sagwon never planned on escaping. He grabbed a swordsman's head and squashed it with his hand. He said that this is the first one. The other players were shocked to see what he did. Sagwon did not give them the chance to put themselves together. He charged at them and tore them apart. He easily took off their heads with a single strike. It wasn't a battle. It was a one-sided massacre. Sagwon tore this people apart limb by limb. The kill log illustrated what he did pretty well. The boy was bound to win this game. The only thing that could change this result is if something unexpected happens. While our boy was walking in the forest, he received several notifications that Sagwon took out different players with his fist arts. Seowon could not believe that the crazy bastard got 9 kills at once. He wondered if Sagwon was hacking this world. While covered in blood, Sagwon said that these players are nothing. He was disgusted by the stench of blood in the air. He felt like the players should have died without resisting. He didn't understand why they were screaming. He left several chests and a huge staff behind. He decided to find a place to wash up. At night, we see someone arrive at the location. The person picked up the staff. He was certain that this was Elizabeth's staff. The person turned out to be Archmage Escrow. Escrow swore in his name that he will avenge Elizabeth. Seowon realized that there were now 11 people left in the game. This means that he can enter the top 10 if he sticks around for long enough. After seeing how Sagwon took care of those players, our boy understood that he needed some good items if he wants to fight a raid boss like Sagwon. While looking around, he found a mansion. He knew that this mansion will be outside the safe zone by tomorrow. It was the last proper spot to farm. Our boy decided to check it out. When he stepped inside the mansion, he was surprised to see how large and extravagant it was. He found an armor in the mansion known as the Royal Guard's armor. He couldn't equip the armor because he didn't have enough strength. The system told him that he needs 110 strength to equip it. It asked him if he will still like to pick it up. Seowon knew that something like this will weigh him down. Unfortunately for him, his strength was at 30. Our boy looked around. He believed that there should be more stuff around. He found 2 glowing items on a shelf. The first item was an elixir that increased internal energy. It takes 3 hours to absorb the elixir. Seowon was happy to find an elixir. He realized that he will be able to get inner energy without absorbing life chi. Our boy believed that this mansion must be a place with good things. The second item Seowon picked up was a book. It was a secret item known as the Unstoppable Fist. The system asked him if he wants to learn it. Seowon could not believe that he got his hands on a martial arts manual. Since the elixir was like the circle stone skill, our boy decided to find a place to sit for 3 hours and absorb the energy. Before he could look around, he hit something with his leg. When he looked down, he saw a cellar. He believed that there must be something in the cellar. Before he could take another step, a large explosion occurred in the mansion. It destroyed parts of the mansion. Seowon was shocked to see this. He quickly jumped outside through the window. He did not understand what was happening. He stood up and began to run because another explosion took place again. Our boy ran into some bushes. He was certain that nobody followed him here. He could not comprehend what was happening. When he raised his head up, he saw someone who he recognized from the waiting room. It was Escrow. The mage was the one using the fire magic. He told his opponent that he didn't expect him to survive his explosion. He told the person that he did not take out all those people out of luck. While in the air, Escrow told Sagwon that he will remember his name. Sagwon asked him to stop spouting nonsense. He told Escrow that he is nothing once he shuts his mouth. He asked him to not waste his time spewing bullshit. He asked him to come at him. Escrow smiled and told Sagwang that he is interested in seeing how long he can keep running his mouth. Sagwang said that he is also interested in seeing this. Seowon was surprised to see that the person who went on a killing spree was just a child. Escrow raised his staff and referred to himself as the Master of Spells. He used a spell known as Escrow-style lightning to draw lightning from the sky. He ordered the lightning to strike. The moment he said this, a huge amount of lightning got fired at Sagwang. The boy managed to dodge the attack. Escrow fired more lightning at him. He asked him about how long he plans on dodging his attacks. He asked Sagwang to face him the same way he faced Elizabeth. While dodging his attacks, Sagwang admits that Escrow is skilled. He had never seen anyone like the mage, even in Zhongyuan. Some of Escrow's skills sent shivers down his spine. Escrow was annoyed to see Sagwang dodging his attacks. He called him a rat bastard. He let go of his staff and raised his hand to summon a large amount of lightning. He told Sagwang that he will end him with this attack. He fired a spell known as Lightning Storm at the boy. Lightning was fired at Sagwang from different directions. The boy was shocked to see the attack. He carefully moved to dodge the lightning. He was barely able to avoid it. He jumped and charged at Escrow. The mage was surprised to see Sagwang coming close to him. The boy gathered his energy into his palm. When he got close to Escrow, the mage told him that his attack will not be enough to break his barrier. He swung his staff at Sagwang and asked him to die. Sagwang was surprised to feel the power of the staff. He disappeared in front of Escrow. The mage was shocked to see this. He realized that Sagwang used an illusion to escape. As Escrow looked around, rain began to fall. Seowon was surprised to see this. He wondered if it was raining because of Escrow's magic. This was insane to him. He could not believe that the mage almost killed Sagwang, and he could even change the weather. Since he was not able to sense his presence, Escrow deduced that Sagwang had run quite far away. He screamed at the top of his voice and promised Sagwang that he will catch and kill him. While breathing heavily, Sagwang ran through the forest. He acknowledged the fact that he was defeated by Escrow. He promised not to let Escrow walk out unharmed the next time they meet. He told himself that he will be the one to kill Escrow. He decided to fall back and recover his energy for now. Escrow looked around for Sagwang, but he eventually came down and disappeared. Thanks to his cloak, Escrow did not see our boy. He was fortunate enough to live to see another day. Seowon knew that Sagwang and Escrow won't come here again for a while. He looked around the rubble for something. He quickly found what he was looking for. Seowon found the cellar from earlier. He wondered if there was something important inside or if it was a dungeon with treasures. When he opened the door, he found some stairs that went really deep inside. Seowon decided to go inside because it didn't look like any other person had been there before. He took out a lantern from his subspace. He was relieved to see that the lantern he took from the house he was farming in yesterday was useful. When our boy arrived inside the room, he found a large amount of food inside. He could not believe that it was just a food cellar. Seowon was quite disappointed. He could not believe that there was a food cellar in this place when there is not even enough places to farm. Our boy wondered about what he should do. He realized that he has only eaten tasteless jerky ever since he got here. 1 hour later, we see Seowon lying on the ground after filling himself up with food. He was quite satisfied. He felt like the dish would have been perfect if he had white rice. He decided to start consuming the elixir. He recalled that he had a martial arts manual. He took out the manual of the Unstoppable Fist. The system revealed to him that a man named Manpeja developed this technique in his later years. With a lifetime of martial arts combat experience, Manpeja poured his heart and soul into creating an unbeatable martial arts. However, with a record of 1,429 matches and 1,429 losses, Manpeja lived his life as a laughing stock. His martial arts was lost because he had no disciples. Seowon was annoyed to see that he picked up something like this. He decided to think about it later and focus on the elixir. He took it out of his subspace. He hesitated a bit because of the pain he experienced when he activated the circle stone. He eventually drank it because he kept thinking about getting stronger. The moment he did this, he could feel his dantian filling up with inner energy. The amount of energy he absorbed earlier could not be compared to this. He began to sweat heavily and his movements became dull. Seowon realized that he really won't be able to move for 3 hours. 3 hours later, we see Seowon breathing heavily. He fell to the ground. He could not believe that it was tiring for him to stay still for 3 hours. Seowon did not expect that he would spend an entire week in a forest and even survive during a clash between an archmage and Sagwang. He was extremely proud of himself. Due to the events that took place, our boy was quite tired. He fell asleep on the ground. The next day, his lantern went out, and the 13th day of Cloyd's survival began. Our boy came out of the cellar when he woke up. He realized that the mansion was now near the restricted zone like he predicted. He called out to the player count to see the status of the game. There were now 10 survivors left. This means that someone died. Seowon was surprised to see the person that died. It was Jang Dokyeon. The elder killed himself. Seowon could not believe that he did this. He wondered if the elder tried some absurd training method just because there was no risk involved. Dokyeon's chest was left in a cave. Our boy could not think of any reason why the elder would kill himself apart from this. Seowon was relieved that he entered the top 10, but he did not like the fact that he got there like this. It left a bad taste in his mouth. While thinking, Seowon noticed that a part of his cloak was outside the barrier. He realized that the map was already shrinking. He didn't want to die from being caught in the restricted zone. He decided to get away from this area quickly. As our boy ran through the forest, he told himself that he will continue the strategy that kept him alive all this time. For someone like him who has no skills, this was the best way to climb higher. While he was running, he turned around when he sensed something. Someone fired an attack at him. Seowon was able to dodge the attack, but it sent him flying. He was shocked to see the powerful attack. He wondered about where it came from. He realized that there is a mage who can summon such a powerful fireball. He quickly turned around. He was shocked to see Escrow. The mage sensed someone through his detection spell. He thought it was Sagwong. He did not expect it to be a new face. Seowon realized that he was caught up in using his newfound inner energy to move quickly, and he ended up running into Escrow. He could not believe that he made such a stupid mistake. Escrow asked him if he knows where someone named Sagwong is. He told Seowon that he will die if he doesn't give him the answer he wants. While he was talking, we see someone hiding behind a tree. The person smiled when he heard what Escrow said. The person turned out to be Sagwong. Seowon pointed his crossbow at Escrow. He told the mage that he doesn't know what he is talking about since they just met. He told him that it is impossible for him to know where Sagwong is. Escrow told our boy that he looks like someone from a similar region as Sagwong. He told him that he will die here. Immediately he said this, Sagwong charged at him from above. He attacked Escrow when he got close to him. Fortunately for Escrow, his shield blocked the attack. He quickly turned around. He did not expect that someone was hiding behind him. With a smile on his face, Sagwong told Escrow that he is already fully recovered. He asked him if he doesn't lack mana. Seowon was shocked to see Sagwong. He did not know where he came from. Sagwong clenched his fist and said that he will finish things with his attack. His attack destroyed Escrow's shield, but his hand was not able to reach the mage. Escrow asked Sagwong if he believes that a simple attack like this can defeat him. The moment he said this, he felt a large amount of pain. With a smile on his face, Sagwong asked the mage if he has ever heard of enhanced energy. Arm energy is a martial arts under enhanced energy. It is so rare that barely anyone mastered it. Sagwong did not think that he would have to use it in this world. He covered his arm with his energy and used it to pierce through Escrow's throat. Sagwong revealed to the mage that this is his first time showing it in this world. He asked him to be honored. Immediately he said this. He took out his hand from Escrow's throat. The mage coughed out some blood. Sagwong was relieved to see that he will no longer be able to cast his annoying spells. He told Escrow that making it into the top 5 would have been easy for him. He told him that meeting him will be his greatest regret. Seowon quickly wore his cloak. He was relieved to see that Sagwong came. He decided to run away while Sagwong was fighting Escrow. Before he could do anything, he heard Sagwong ask the mage to die. The moment he said this, he stabbed Escrow in the stomach. He stabbed him again in his shoulder. The mage coughed out a large amount of blood. As Seowon watched the invincible archmage get utterly destroyed by Sagwong, what came to his mind wasn't the fear of Sagwong or pity for Escrow. It was a thought that preceded everything else. Seowon wondered about how powerful he will become if he absorbs their life chi. After stabbing the mage multiple times, Sagwong let him go. He asked Escrow to tell him where his cocky nature went to. He asked him if he has any last words before he dies. He quickly realized that Escrow cannot speak. The moment he said this, Escrow referred to him as the man who killed his most beloved apprentice whose name is Elizabeth. Sagwong was surprised to hear the mage talking inside his head. Escrow told Sagwong that he regretted not stopping Elizabeth when she was kicked out of the academy and not recognized by the Crane sect just because she is a woman. Sagwong told Escrow that there is no way he wouldn't have noticed if he killed a woman. He He told the mage that Elizabeth must have looked no different from a man. Escrow smiled and told Sagwang that he can finally shut his filthy mouth. Sagwang asked him about what he means. Immediately he said this. Seowon saw something shocking. He saw something coming from the sky. It was a huge meteor. Seowon could not believe his eyes. Sagwang was also shocked to see the meteor. He did not understand how it was possible for Escrow to cast a spell in his condition. He couldn't even chant. Escrow revealed to him that this is the ultimate spell. Only an archmage can cast it with their mana and life chi as the price. The spell is known as Armageddon. Sagwang began to run. He called Escrow an insane bastard. Seowon also ran. He realized that he should have ran away earlier. As the meteor got closer to him, Escrow said that it was nice for him to see his disciple. He hoped that he would meet her again. His body slowly disintegrated as the meteor crushed him. His chest was left behind. When the meteor touched the ground, it caused a ridiculously large explosion. An elf saw the meteor destroy the surroundings. He realized that only Escrow was capable of casting a spell of this magnitude. The scene shifts, and we see Seowon lying on the ground. He was covered in blood. He told himself that he should have ran out of there when he got the chance. He said that it is all because of Escrow's life chi. He opened his subspace. He said that he cannot die like this. Fortunately for him, he got a lot of healing scrolls for a situation like this. He used his teeth to tear the scroll. He slowly regained his energy. Seowon realized that he would have never been able to escape if he hadn't drank the elixir. While breathing heavily, he tore another healing scroll. Even though he already healed himself, he was still in pain. After using numerous healing scrolls, Seowon was able to get up. He could not believe that he used up all the healing scrolls he had. He quickly opened the player count. He saw that Sagwang took out Escrow. Our boy was surprised to see that the mage really died. He wanted to take his life chi. He wondered why there was no kill log to show Sagwang's death. Our boy realized that the vicious monster might still be alive. While he was thinking, he heard someone call out for help. He moved towards the direction of the sound he heard. When he pushed some leaves away, he saw someone asking for help. Seowon was shocked to see who it is. It was Sagwang. The boy was holding a healing scroll in his mouth. He was heavily injured. He had even lost his arms. Sagwang didn't want to die like this. Seowon was not really surprised to see how injured he was. He knew that it would have been difficult for Sagwang to dodge a meteor aimed at him. He noticed that Sagwang can't use the healing scrolls because of how injured he was. While he was thinking, Sagwang saw him. The boy begged Seowon to assist him in tearing the scroll. Our boy asked him if he is Sagwang. The boy became shocked. Seowon explained to Sagwang that he always wondered about the kind of gear he used to get so strong whenever his name pops up on the kill log. He told Sagwang that he was certain that he will win the game. He did not expect to see Sagwang in this state. Sagwang promised our boy that he will make him the winner if he helps him this one time. He assured him that it will be easy for him to make him a winner. He asked Seowon if he really believes that he can win this game alone by killing him. Seowon took out a sword from his subspace. He believed that he will be the strongest if he kills Sagwang and takes his life chi and items. He raised his sword and smiled at Sagwang. The boy asked him to wait. He told our boy that he doesn't know the amount of strong players that are in this game. He revealed to Seowon that he doesn't have many items. He told him that his martial arts weren't learned here. Seowon believed that Sagwang should at least know the name of the person who is about to kill him. He introduced himself to Sagwang. Sagwang promised Seowon that he will never forget his name even if he dies like this. The moment he said this, our boy stabbed him in the head. Due to the fact that Sagwang looks like a young boy, Seowon felt guilty about killing him. Immediately he thought of this. He felt something. He felt Sagwang's life chi. Our boy was shocked to feel the enormous amount of life chi that Sagwang had. He referred to the boy as a human elixir. He could feel an immense surge of inner energy filling him. While he was absorbing the energy, other players received alerts that there are only 8 players left. The players were informed that Seowon killed Sagwang with a long sword. An elf who happens to be an archer said that the foxes will run rampant now that the tiger is dead. Seowon was still very shocked to feel Sagwang's energy. He realized that he could face anyone with his current power. He decided to check Sagwang's chest. Our boy hoped that someone as strong as Sagwang still searched for items. He knew that his mood will be ruined if he doesn't see anything inside the chest. When he opened the chest, a green light shined on him. Our boy was shocked to see the items in the chest. He found some rings in the chest. He got a ring called Kaiser's Ring, which greatly raises his agility. a blue ring called Dreiminger's Ring, which greatly raises his strength. Seowon got a ring known as Galen's Ring, which greatly raises his stamina. The fourth ring is Tokar's Ring, which greatly raises his magic resistance. The fifth ring was also another Tokar's Ring. Seowon could not believe that Sagwon only farmed rare items. He was annoyed when he remembered that Sagwon acted like he wasn't using any items. Seowon quickly opened his status window. He saw that his strength was now at 70. His stamina was also at 70. His agility was at 75, and his magic resistance was at 90. Our boy could not believe his eyes. He believed that he could win with these stats. Aside from the rings, there was also a variety of martial arts manuals, but they were all things that Seowon couldn't learn immediately. He needed to fulfill certain conditions before learning them. While looking at his status window, our boy felt something. He felt someone's presence. The moment he turned around, someone activated his escrow-style fire and used a spell known as Strike to shoot a large amount of fire at Seowon. The mage watched Seowon as he burned. He told our boy that he shouldn't have let his guard down just because he is farming. Since Seowon fell for this level of ambush, the mage believed that he defeated Sagwon by luck. The moment he thought of this, Seowon asked him about who he is. The man was shocked to see our boy talking to him. He could not believe that his fire spell didn't do anything. Seowon told the man that he saw something flash at him. Our boy now had a magic resistance of 90. This level of magic was nothing more than a petty trick. Seowon slowly walked up to the man. The man asked him to stay back. He asked him to tell him what he is planning to do. He told our boy that he will hit him with a stronger spell if he takes another step. He raised his staff and activated his escrow-style fire again. He gathered fire at the tip of his staff. Seowon told him that his attack won't do much to him. The man fired his attack at our boy with a spell known as Explosion. Seowon simply stood there and took the attack head-on. It didn't do anything to him. He clenched his fist and used the first chapter of the Unstoppable Fist to attack the mage. The attack is known as the Piercing Fist. Seowon gave the mage a heavy blow in his chest. The mage spat out some blood when he received the attack. He was sent flying. He slammed his back on a tree. Our boy was shocked to see the power of his attack. He remembered that the Unstoppable Fist was a martial art used by someone who always lost. He didn't think that it would do much. He realized that the strength of a martial art varies based on the amount of inner energy a person possesses. The mage coughed and died. There were now 7 players left in this world. It was announced that Seowon killed Zyhark with a fist art. Our boy took the man's life chi. He realized that average magic spells won't work on him now that his magic resistance is higher. Our boy put on his cloak. He understood that everyone who was hiding is coming out because Sagwon is dead. He realized that he has a long night ahead of him. He began to run. He smiled when he noticed that he could now imitate Dokian's movements. He thanked the elder for what he did for him. He said that he is definitely going to win the game. An hour later, we see Seowon hanging from a tree. He was trying to get a good view of his surroundings. While he was looking around, someone asked him to stop hiding. Our boy could not believe that someone was being so loud at night. The man asked him to fight him if he is not scared. He called him a coward bastard and asked him about where he is hiding. The man known as Stanko said that everyone is hiding because they are scared of him. The moment he said this, Stanko sensed something coming towards him. He raised his sword and used it to block an arrow. He said that this is a stupid move. He asked Seowon to come out and have a fight with him like a real man. Our boy did not expect to see an arrow. He wondered about who fired it at the man. Stanko knew that there was only one person who could put this much aura into an arrow. He raised his head and called out to the man known as Zurikana. The elf archer asked him if he knows who he is. Stanko said that every mercenary knows about the legend of the divine archer. He asked him if he is not also trying to win the game. He suggested that they team up and take Seowon out. Zurikana smiled when he heard this. He came down from the tree and moved close to the man. Stanko told him that he made the right choice. He introduced himself as a mercenary who works for the guild. He said that he is someone who is quite famous in the guild. He assured the divine archer that he will not regret making this decision. Zurikana told him that it is fine. Stanko believed that Zurikana was stupid even though his reputation has spread across their world. Zurikana said that he calculated his timing poorly. He said that there is still 3 seconds left. The moment he said this, Stanko told him that an archer shouldn't make the mistake of closing the distance themselves. He raised his sword and asked Zurikana to die and give him his items. The divine archer did not seem shocked by the man's actions. Immediately Stanko swung his sword. An arrow pierced through his head from behind. His sword couldn't even reach Zurikana. Upon seeing that he was dead, Zurikana turned around. He felt insulted that an insect like that asked him to cooperate. He said that even a passing dog would piss on someone like him. The divine archer was more interested in finding Siawon. He could not believe that he lost some time dealing with an idiot. Our boy came down from the tree when the man walked past him. In a situation where there are only 6 people left, each person's life chi is precious to Siawon. Our boy raised his hand to take Stanko's life chi. Immediately he did this. Zurikana turned around and looked in our boy's direction. It was as if he could see Siawon. Our boy was shocked to see the man looking at him. He was certain that his cloak even shields him from detection. He wondered if the archer has a skill that he doesn't know about. Siawon felt like he messed up. He let his guard down because he was thinking about the life chi. It turns out that Zurikana was looking at the chest. He said that a trash bastard like Stanko probably only has trash items. He turned around and decided to leave the items. When the man walked forward, Siawon fell to the ground. He was quite relieved to see that the man left. He realized that the divine archer senses are too good. Siawon believed that this man will be his next opponent. In the next scene, we see the restricted zone barrier move past some trees and make the area smaller. While running in the forest, Siawon noticed that the restricted zone was getting smaller faster. There were now 6 survivors left, and there is still 87 days left in the game. Our boy understood that the barrier adjusts to the amount of survivors left. Immediately he thought of this. Siawon saw something shocking. He saw a field filled with tall grass. Siawon knew that he will get the attention of people around him if he fights someone here. He carefully entered the grass field. Before he could get far, someone fired an attack at him. Our boy turned around when he heard an odd sound. He was surprised to see numerous attacks coming towards him. He quickly jumped to dodge the attacks. Our boy took a look at the attack when he landed on the ground. He noticed that the magic was aimed at his exact position. He was certain that it would be impossible for his opponent to see him because he is wearing his cloak. He wondered about how they were able to fire at him. The moment he thought of this, he looked up to see more attacks. He could not believe his eyes. He knew that he couldn't dodge them all like before. He took a stance and clenched his fist. He decided to take it on with his inner energy. He covered his hand with his energy and attacked with the piercing fist. His attack destroyed the magic when it touched it. Nothing was able to stop the attack. Siawon was shocked to see this. He realized that he is stronger than he thought. He jumped to get a better view of the area. He wanted to get his opponent's location. He was able to quickly spot his enemy. The man was shocked to see Siawon in the air. He wondered about who our boy was. He could not believe that Siawon blocked an attack that he used all his mana to fire. While in the air, our boy called out to the man. Unfortunately, he was too late. Someone stabbed the man from behind. The man was shocked to see this. He turned around to see his attacker. He could not believe that he was not able to sense the man's presence. The man with blue hair told him that he should have left enough mana for detection magic and barrier magic. He said that it is easy for him to erase his traces as an assassin. He asked the man to rest in peace. The moment he said this, the man dissipated. There were now 5 survivors in the game. When our boy landed on the ground, the man asked him if he is Siawon. Our boy asked him if he knows him. The man said that he does. He reminded him that he killed the number 1 public enemy. He told Siawon that everyone is desperate to kill him. He raised his blades and asked Siawon not to resist pointlessly. He advised him to go out quietly. He said that he has never failed to take out a target he has laid his eyes on. He charged at our boy and asked him to die. Siawon clenched his fist and ran towards the man. The assassin told him that he is too slow. He raised his blades and moved past our boy at a crazy speed. He made Siawon bleed when he moved past him. He landed several cuts on Siawon's hand. When our boy turned around, the assassin told him that he wanted cut through him. He told our boy that he is sturdier than he thought. Siawon realized that his arm would have been chopped off if he hadn't covered himself up with inner energy. He could tell that this assassin is strong. The man smiled and told Siawon that his death is only a matter of time. He said that he has never failed to assassinate someone in the dark. Siawon didn't know what to do. He had faced mages until now. He didn't know how to handle an assassin. The moment he thought of this, our boy realized something. The man raised his blades and told Siawon that he will end him now. Immediately he said this, he vanished right in front of Siawon. Our boy was surprised to see this. The man reappeared next to him and used his sword to tear our boy apart. To his surprise, Siawon's body disappeared in front of him. Our boy told the man that his stealth skills are quite remarkable. The assassin was shocked to hear his voice in the air. He asked Seo-won about where he is. Our boy told him that his stealth skills are nothing compared to his cloak. He grabbed the man's hands and held him down. He explained to him that he can follow the movement of someone at his level by tracking his energy. The assassin called our boy a coward for attacking him from behind. Seo-won reminded him that he said that he will end him. He asked him to repeat what he said. He broke the man's arms when he said this. The assassin screamed out in pain. He asked Seo-won if he thinks that he will be able to beat everyone else on his own. He advised him to team up with him if he wants to get first place. Seo-won pushed his hand into the assassin's body and destroyed his heart. The assassin spat out a large amount of blood and died. There were now 4 survivors left in this world. The system announced that our boy killed Tamirin with fist arts. Seo-won took the life chi of the 2 men and secured the healing scrolls they dropped. He wanted to farm quickly and get out of there because of the commotion they caused. Our boy found a martial arts manual in Tamirin's chest. He found it odd that the assassin was carrying something that didn't suit him at all. The martial arts manual is known as the Shadow Clone Manual. It is a martial art that allows Seo-won to create clones of himself that can fight. The number of clones depends on his internal energy. The system asked our boy if he wants to learn it. Seo-won accepted the offer. The manual slowly disappeared. Our boy was relieved to see that the assassin didn't know how to use inner energy. If he was able to learn this and use it well, it would have been difficult for our boy to kill him. The other man had a grimoire called Carmen's Eyes in his chest. It is the highest tier detection spell that is supposed to look through any stealth skill. Seo-won's magic circle was too low to learn the skill. Our boy now understood how the man was able to find him even though he wore his cloak. While he was looking through the grimoire, someone fired an arrow at him from behind. Seo-won unknowingly bent his head a bit. The arrow scratched his face. He was surprised to see the arrow. There was only one archer that he knew among the survivors. When Seo-won raised his head up, he saw a huge magic attack coming towards him. Our boy had never seen this type of magic before. He wondered about who was using it. He realized that it was too late for him to run away. He decided to concentrate all his inner energy into his fist. He used a technique of the unstoppable fist known as ultimate piercing fist to attack the magic. Our boy used his hand to destroy the powerful attack and made it crumble. The rocks fell around him. Since 2 attacks came in at once, Seo-won was able to deduce that this is a 2-person team. The moment he thought of this, someone appeared behind him and told him that he is quite strong. The man swung his sword at Seo-won. Our boy was able to dodge the attack. He quickly moved back. He did not think that there would be 3 people in the group. The swordsman pointed his sword at him and told him that his luck has run out. The swordsman is Kruzen's king. His name is Sunturk. The mage is the demon king's right arm. His name is Chiron. The 3rd person in the group is the divine archer. The last 3 survivors came together to face Seo-won. Our boy did not know what to do. Seo-won could not believe that he ran into teamers when he almost won. He knew that the best way to break apart a team is to create a situation where they betray each other. Our boy had to figure out the type of relationship they had with each other. Chiron jumped down from the cliff and told the king of Kruzen that it is an honor to meet him. The king referred to Chiron as a mere black mage and asked him not to speak to him. Chiron laughed and asked him to pardon his manners. He told Sunturk that there is something more important than status here. Sunturk said that he does not know if it is worth it to team up with a vagrant to obtain a better reward. Seo-won realized that they did not want to team up. He carefully put on his cloak. As our boy slowly disappeared, Sunturk suggested that they take care of his annoying stealth first. Chiron said that this is easy for him. The moment he said this, he released a blinding bright light from his hand. Our boy was shocked to see this. When he looked up, he saw a large orb that released a bright light in the air. Chiron told Seo-won that he can't hide again now that there is no darkness for him to hide in. Sunturk told the mage that he is smarter than he thought. Our boy did not expect the mage to use this method. He recalled that his cloak can only hide him in the dark. He did not think that his cloak would have this loophole. Chiron revealed to Seo-won that he wanted to thank Sagwon for taking care of escrow for him. He said that he feels bad that he can't thank Sagwon himself. With a smile on his face, he told our boy that it is now his turn to die in the name of the great demon king. Immediately he said this. He released his magic and created a small tornado with spinning blades. The spell is known as Chaos Blade. The attack destroyed his surroundings. Our boy was surprised to see this. Most of the mages that he had met were weak at close range. Seo-won believed that Chiron will use the attack if he gets close, and he might get caught up in the magic. he will find it hard to cast a spell properly. Our boy charged at the mage. He wanted to end this fight with close combat. The moment Chiron saw our boy coming towards him, he called him an ignorant bastard and fired his attack at him. Seowon went into the attack. He covered his body with his inner energy in order to reduce the damage he takes. He told himself that he will break through the attack and get close to the mage at any cost. While the blades were tearing him apart, the cloak also got damaged. The system informed our boy that he needs to repair it to access its functions again. Seowon grit his teeth to withstand the pain. The energy surrounding his body was slowly cracking, and now his cloak was also destroyed. Chiron was certain that our boy will be torn apart by his attack. While he was looking at his Chaos Blade, Chiron heard someone call out the first chapter of the Unstoppable Fist. He was shocked to hear Seowon's voice. Our boy jumped out of the Chaos Blade and charged at the man. He wanted to attack him with his piercing fist. The mage smiled when he saw him coming close. He told Seowon that he is arrogant. He asked him to give up because there is no way for him to win. He raised his fingers and cast a spell known as Dead Man's Hand. Several hands came out of the ground and rushed to grab our boy. Seowon did not expect this. Among the mages he had fought so far, Chiron was on a different level. Before the hands could grab him, our boy put his hands together and activated his shadow clone technique. The hands grabbed his clone. Seowon was able to move past it. Chiron was shocked to see this. He assumed that our boy only knew how to throw punches. He did not expect him to be able to use shadow clone magic. He told Seowon that he uses petty tricks. Our boy didn't care because he had gotten close to Chiron. He told himself that this is his victory. Chiron wanted to activate a barrier. Before he could do anything, Sinturk used a technique known as Piercing Blade to stab Chiron from the back and stab Seowon too. The mage was shocked to see his sword pass through his body. He turned around and asked Sinturk if a king does something this cowardly. Sinturk took out his sword and said that there is no honor greater than victory. He reminded the mage that he never said that he will cooperate with him. Before Chiron disappeared, he thanked him for getting rid of Seowon. The system announced that Sinturk killed Chiron with sword arts. Sinturk turned to the divine archer and told him that they are the only ones left. He glared at Zurikana when he remembered that the man was a nuisance for his army. He found it ironic that the divine archer ended up helping him. Zurikana smiled and told the king that it is too early for him to say this. The king asked him about what he is talking about. The moment he said this, our boy appeared next to him and gave him a heavy punch. The attack broke his armor and sent him flying. He got slammed on a huge rock. Seowon struggled to catch his breath. He told Zurikana that they are the last two. The divine archer thought that our boy died to Sinturk's sword. He realized that it was a shadow clone. Seowon asked him to not talk. He asked the archer to come at him. With a smile on his face, Zurikana said that everyone has such impatient personalities. He told Seowon that he has a more pressing business with Sinturk. Sinturk called our boy a bastard. He told him that he is pissing him off with his antics. He stood up and broke the rest of his armor. He wondered about how our boy survived. He was certain that his sword stabbed Seowon. He commended our boy for destroying an armor made by a master smith of Cruzan. Seowon tore the torn clothes off his body. He told the king that he is also talking too much. He asked him if he is going to fight with the archer or they are going to fight him one at a time. Sinturk told our boy that he will regret making him give it his all. Immediately he said this, he disappeared in front of Seowon. Our boy was shocked to see how fast he was. Sinturk appeared next to him and stabbed him in his arm. He told Seowon that no one can go against his speed. He revealed to him that he is targeting his ligaments. He told him that he won't be able to use this arm again. Sinturk believed that Seowon needed both hands to use his other skills. Seowon could not comprehend what was happening. He thought that Sinturk was a strength-type character. The king moved so fast that he couldn't even feel his energy. Our boy grit his teeth and told himself that he cannot lose like this. He said that he worked too hard to get to this point. Seowon decided to trust the inner energy within him. He used his other hand to break Sinturk's sword in half. The king was shocked to see what Seowon did to his rapier. Our boy took out the blade in his arm and used the black star chi palms to fire it at Sinturk at a crazy speed. The king was able to dodge it, but it left a scratch on his face. He was shocked to see that Seowon injured his face. Our boy took out a healing scroll and tore it to heal his arm. Sinturk asked him if he is going to struggle until the end. He activated a skill known as Aura Blade and created a blade with his energy. He told Seowon that he acknowledges him since he made him use his Aura Blade. Since his arm was now healed up, our boy decided to use a skill. He put his hands together and activated his shadow clone skill. He released all his inner energy. He was able to create several clones. Sinturk told our boy that he is using some annoying tricks. He said that the winner will always be him. Seowon called him a fraud and asked him to brace himself because he has gotten serious. Zurikana hoped that one of them would die now. He wanted to finish the match quickly. Sinturk asked Seowon to stop talking. He asked him to come at him. Although he said this, Sinturk was actually worried. His aura blade's maximum duration is 2 minutes. He needed to finish the fight within this time. Even though Seowon was confident, he knew that his inner energy was almost depleted. He knew that he had to end the fight immediately. Our boy and his clones charged at the king from all angles. Sinturk swung his sword at the clone in front of him. The clone dodged his attack. Before he could react, Seowon hit him in his back. Sinturk called our boy a slippery bastard. He turned around and swung his sword at him. He destroyed Seowon. The king noticed that he didn't feel his attack connect. He realized that he killed a clone. He turned around and decided to cut all the clones down without caring about finding the real one. Immediately he thought of this. Seowon hit his head. Blood gushed out of Sinturk's mouth. The king did not expect the attack. It made him lose balance a bit. He quickly took a look at Seowon. He wondered if he was looking at the real body. Our boy asked him if he likes the punch from the slippery bastard. He advised Sinturk to stop trying to find his real body. He revealed to him that clones created by his technique can use the same attacks as him, and they are as good as the original. He assured Sinturk that he won't be able to tell the difference. The moment he said this, 2 more clones jumped and charged at Sinturk with the piercing fist. Sinturk quickly jumped back to dodge the attack. The clones destroyed the ground with their attack. While he was in the air, Sinturk raised his sword and activated a technique known as piercing aura. He thrust his aura blade at the clones at a crazy speed. The clones could not react to the attack. The king pierced their heads with his attack. He told Seowon that his clones have a poor durability. He looked around to see how many clones were left. He saw that there were only 5 people left. This means that 4 are clones and 1 is the real Seowon. Sinturk realized that he only had 1 minute left. Zurikana watched the king as he was analyzing the situation. He didn't expect Sinturk to struggle this much. Upon realizing that he didn't have a lot of options, Sinturk turned around and called out to Zurikana. He asked him to help him. He promised to reward him with anything he wants when they return to their world. Zurikana advised him to keep his eyes on his opponent. The king quickly turned around. Seowon appeared in front of him. Sinturk attacked him with his piercing aura. Our boy dodged it and attacked the man with a technique known as the undefeated palm strike. Sinturk managed to block the attack with his aura blade. The attack created powerful waves. Sinturk only got pushed back. Seowon could not believe that he actually blocked it. Sinturk was happy to see that our boy was close to him. He told him that he has got him. He pierced our boy's chest with his sword. Seowon acted like he was shocked. The clone smiled as he faded away. Sinturk was shocked to see that this was also a clone. He believed that our boy has been toying with him since. He laughed and said that this was humiliating. With a look of anger on his face, he told Seowon that he doesn't care about winning anymore. He assured him that he will tear him apart with everything he has. Zurikana smiled when he saw this. He realized that the king of madness has awakened. Sinturk gathered his mana and took a stance. He asked Seowon to dodge this attack if he can. The moment he said this, he pierced through 2 clones at a crazy speed. The clones couldn't even react. There were now 2 bodies left. One was a clone, and the other was the real body. Seowon and his clone charged at the king. One of them attacked him with the piercing fist, but he dodged the attack. The other body attacked him from the side. He gave Sinturk a heavy punch in his stomach. The king spat out a large amount of blood. Seowon was relieved to see that his attack connected. Before he could do anything, he got stabbed in the head by Sinturk. Since there was no real sensation in his hand, Sinturk could tell that this body was also a clone. He took out his sword and turned to the last body. He believed that this was the real Seowon. He pointed his sword at our boy. He told him that he will end the fight in a single strike. Seowon didn't say anything to him. He charged at the king. He gave him a heavy kick in his arm. This pushed Sinturk's sword back. The king told Seowon that he is pretty good at hand-to-hand combat. He charged at him and asked him to block his next attack. He activated a technique known as Aura Blade Lightning Form. His Aura Blade grew bigger and brighter. It fired lightning from its body. Sinturk swung this Aura Blade at Seowon. Our boy's leg got caught up in the attack. He grit his teeth to endure the pain. Sinturk smiled when he saw this. Siowon fell to the ground and screamed out in pain. He raised his head up and asked Sinturk to wait. He told him that Zurikana will be the only one benefiting from this. Before Siowon could say anything else, Sinturk stabbed him in his chest with his aura blade. He pressed the blade into his chest. Immediately he did this, his skill got released. The king was relieved to see that the fight ended within the skill's duration. He knew that he would have lost if he was a little slower. The moment he thought of this, Sinturk took a look at his sword. He realized something odd. He realized that he never felt as if he hit a real body. Immediately he thought of this. Our boy appeared behind him and crushed his head. The system announced that he killed Sinturk with his wrists. Siowon took a look at the chest that appeared. He knew that he would have lost if he hadn't worn the man down with his clones. Zurikana smiled and told Siowon that he never expected him to actually beat Sinturk. He raised his bow and thanked our boy for defeating the king. He said that Sinturk was difficult to deal with. The divine archer smiled when he realized that Sinturk's obsessive competitiveness made him give his all against someone like Siowon, and it made our boy use up everything in his battle against him. He told Siowon that he will grant him the honor he deserves for his valiant struggle. Immediately he said this. He fired his arrow at our boy. Siowon was shocked to see the arrow coming towards him. Before Zurikana fired his arrow at our boy, he absorbed Sinturk's life chi. Siowon was surprised to feel the crazy amount of life chi that the king had. Of course, it couldn't be compared to what he got from Sagwon. Siowon believes that he might be able to take on Zurikana with his current strength. The moment he thought of this, our boy saw Zurikana's arrow coming towards him. He dodged the arrow and activated his shadow clone technique. His clones charged at the divine archer. Zurikana wasn't fazed by the clones. He smiled and fired his arrow at one of the bodies. Surprisingly, the body the arrow hit began to bleed. The arrow hit Siowon in his leg. Our boy fell to the ground, and the clones disappeared. Zurikana moved to the ground with him. He told Siowon that he has to make sure he can't escape this time. Our boy screamed when he heard this. While he was screaming, Zurikana fired an arrow into his hand. This made Siowon scream out in pain. Zurikana fired another arrow into his other hand. He immobilized Siowon. Our boy asked the archer to tell him how he was able to instantly figure out that he is the real one. Zurikana smiled and revealed to Siowon that he actually just made a guess. Our boy couldn't believe what he was hearing. The archer pointed an arrow at his head and commended him for reaching this point. He respected Siowon's tenacity. Our boy asked him to feed his respect to his dogs. While Siowon was shouting at the man, he stopped moving. Zurikana had fired his arrow into his head. The system informed the divine archer that he had killed Siowon with an arrow. Our boy's body dissipated and a chest appeared before the archer. The scene shifts, and we see someone watching a video of Zurikana taking out Siowon in another room. It was like a live television for the person. The person watching the video was Siowon. His body was transferred to another room after he died. The system informed him that Cloyd's survival has ended. Our boy could not believe that someone stole his prize after he worked for it. He didn't really feel bad, because he also took Sagwon when he was defenseless. The system congratulated him for making it into the top 2. It informed him that he has earned a right to participate in the next game. Our boy was surprised to hear that there will be another game. While he was looking around, the system summoned the items he acquired in the game. It revealed to him that he earned a total of 140 reward coins. The system explained to him that he can take the items he obtained by spending his reward coins. The items are worth different amounts. For instance, the ring of strength cost 20 coins and Cameron's necklace cost 3 coins. Siowon realized that he picked up a lot of things. When he touched the Shadow Clone manual, he saw that it cost 130 coins. Our boy could not believe his eyes. The item cost him almost all his coins. The system revealed to him that the top 5 survivors get a chance to spin a roulette and win a random reward. Since Siowon placed second in the game, he was given 2 chances to spin. Our boy hoped that he could get his cloak or the Shadow Clone manual. This would save him a lot of money. It would be a huge win for him. He quickly raised his head to see the roulette. The roulette began to spin and showcase items at a crazy speed. Siowon quickly asked it to stop. Unfortunately for him, it stopped at an item he didn't really care about. It stopped at Escrow's necklace. Our boy couldn't believe his eyes. He could not believe that the roulette stopped at the cheapest item. He never expected that he would receive this garbage after acquiring a lot of items. Our boy recalled that he still had one more chance. He turned to the roulette and watched it spin at a crazy speed. Before asking it to stop, our boy begged God, Buddha, and Jesus. He asked them to help him out. Immediately he did this. He asked the roulette to stop. The roulette slowly moved from subspace ring to black star chi palms. Fortunately for him, it landed on Shadow Clone. Seowon could not believe his eyes. He did not think that his prayer would be answered. He was excited to see that he got the most expensive item in his loot. He now had the chance to obtain other items without worry. The system presented the items he won to him. It informed him that he can use his coins to purchase additional items. Once he is done, he will be automatically transferred to the real world. Seowon looked around. He decided to start shopping for the right items. Although he was able to save a large amount of coins by winning the Shadow Clone manual, there were still too many tempting items among the loot. This made Seowon spend a lot of time choosing the items he wanted. He had to make a few compromises and wrap up his shopping. When he was done shopping, the system wished him the best of luck for the next game. Immediately it did this. A bright light shined in front of Seowon. He got sent back to reality in an instant. Seowon looked around to see if he was really back. He quickly looked at his hand. He saw the subspace ring he used in Cloyd Survival. When Seowon wore the ring, he became convinced that everything that happened wasn't a dream. He picked up his bag from the ground and walked out of the alley. Seowon's first game has now come to an end. Although it didn't seem like he changed much on the outside, our boy could feel a massive change taking place. He realized that his exam was no longer his concern. He took a look at his subspace ring, which he bought for 30 coins. He recalled that another game was going to be taking place. Our boy knew that he had to hurry and get ready for the second one. He promised himself that he is going to get first place in the next game no matter what. Seowon's parents got him a studio apartment near school so that he could return to classes. Seowon was originally supposed to study and prepare to return to the university. However, he now had to change his priorities. He needed to grow stronger with the items he brought back from the game. He didn't want to be a newbie in the next game. He went into his house and dropped his bag on his chair. He sat down in a lotus position and began to meditate. He could feel that his energy core was empty. He wondered if he used up all his inner energy in the final battle, since he couldn't kill anyone here. Seowon decided to cultivate his energy the way the elder taught him. He wanted to recover his inner energy. While meditating, Seowon remembered what the elder said to him. The old man explained to him that it is normal for people to accumulate inner energy through cultivation. He told him that he simply has to focus on his energy core. Once it is formed, he will be able to naturally gather energy over time. This method of acquiring energy is not as fast as absorbing vitality through the white martial physique arts. However, it is possible for Seowon to reach mastery if he makes cultivation a habit. Seowon asked the elder if he will become as strong as him if he keeps training. Dokian laughed when he heard this. He told Seowon that he is a really bold person. He said that if a parabil walks like a stork, it will tear its legs. He was basically advising our boy not to overreach beyond his ability. With a serious look on his face, Dokian said that Seowon might be a humble parabil or a baby stork that is yet to take flight. After meditating for 4 hours, Seowon became frustrated. He did not understand why the amount of inner energy he has gathered is so little. He opened his eyes out of anger. The situation was quite different from what happened in the game. Seowon knew that it would take him years to feel up his energy core at the rate he is going. He decided not to waste his time. He opened his subspace to organize the items he brought back. He took out the Unstoppable Fist manual from his subspace. He wished that he had gotten a better martial art from the game. He wondered if he had to train this martial art little by little, just like his inner energy. He knew that he couldn't get stronger if he follows this method. The moment he thought of this, the system asked him if he would like to learn the technique. Seowon was shocked to see this. He couldn't believe that the system from the game works in reality. A bright light shined in his room when he accepted the system's offer. His body had absorbed the technique. Seowon raised his hand and used a clean strike. He was even able to use his leg to kick perfectly. Although he learned the martial art, the strength of the skill wasn't as strong as when his inner energy was full. Our boy put his hand into the subspace. He wanted to see the other things he had. He took out Escrow's necklace. He recalled that he got the necklace from the roulette. He remembered that the system told him that the item was made from pure gold. Seowon bit the necklace with his teeth to test if it was really gold. He was surprised to see that it was actually gold. He realized that something like this is worth 10 million won, and yet the system values it at 1 coin. He understood that he could make 100 million won if he brings back 10 more items like this from the next game. Even if it is worthless in the game, it has a completely different value in this world. Seowon took out another item in a bottle known as refined troll's blood. The item is supposed to guarantee a healthy life for a whole year for whoever drinks it. Our boy brought it back because the effect sounded tempting. He knew that he could get any amount of money he wants if he sells this to some rich terminal patient. While looking at the items in his hand, Seowon understood that Cloyd's survival could be a huge opportunity for him. While thinking, our boy felt hungry. He recalled that he only ate the tough jerky strips in the game. He forgot that he was hungry because he was cultivating. He decided to get some real food. Seowon went to a restaurant known as Grandma's Diner. He ordered a one-set meal. He was served a 5,001 meal that he considered a luxury. The one thing Seowon wanted when he was chewing on the jerky was this exact meal. When he ate a spoon of rice, he cried. It had been so long since he had plain white rice. The jerky almost killed him. The owner didn't know why Seowon was acting weird. She reminded him that he came there yesterday. She advised him not to cry because it can ruin his appetite. She told him that a man shouldn't whine. With a nervous look on his face, Seowon told the old woman that the food is just too delicious. He thanked her for making it good. The owner asked him to stop spouting nonsense. She told him that he can ask for more if it is not enough. Seowon realized that the time spent in the game and the time in the real world are completely different. After he was done eating, he thanked the old woman for the meal. The owner asked him to stop whining. She asked him to come again. While on the road, Seowon wondered about when the next game will start. He wanted to gather more inner energy before that time. While thinking, our boy recalled that he brought back something. He equipped the Ring of Strength. He wondered if it works in the real world too. The moment he thought of this, he felt a sudden rush of energy. He decided to test it by jumping. When he went up, he destroyed the ground with his legs. He even reached the roof of the building. Our boy was shocked to feel power overflowing in his body. He quickly moved back down and landed gracefully. He hoped that no one saw him. He knew that things will become tedious if a video of him spreads online. Our boy returned back to his house. He wanted to gain more inner energy before he used his next item. He decided to just use it now. He put his hand into his subspace and brought out an item known as the Elixir of Insight. He bought this item for 50 coins. It is the most expensive item that he bought. Seowon recalled that he couldn't move for 3 hours and his insides were on fire when he was absorbing the potion. He was a bit hesitant to take it. He eventually opened the bottle and poured it into his mouth. The moment he swallowed it, he felt something. The bottle fell from his hand and a bright light shined from his body. Our boy screamed out in pain. 3 hours later, we see steam coming out of Seowon's room. A woman told someone that she has tried opening her neighbor's door, but the handle is too hot to hold. The person told the woman that she should have called the fire department if it was this hot. He told her that she shouldn't have called the police. The old woman revealed to the officers that there wasn't any actual fire. She said that it was just hot. One of the officers advised the woman to just leave the room alone. He said that the tenant might have just turned up the boiler by mistake. The old woman told him that it is more than that. The officer decided to just check it out. When he placed his hand on Seowon's door, he quickly removed it. He was shocked to see how hot it was. The man and his colleague stepped back. The man asked if there is anyone inside. He said that he is with the police. He asked our boy if he is okay. He told him that they received a report. He asked Seowon to open the door. He told him that they are there to help. Our boy pressed the handle and opened the door. The officers and the woman were surprised to see this. The officer revealed to Seowon that they received a report that said that there might be a fire. While breathing heavily, Seowon told him that he was just a bit feverish. He said that he has turned down his boiler. He asked the man to tell him why the police would come to a fire instead of the fire department. The man explained to him that the police still has to respond when there is a complaint. He asked Seowon if he should call an ambulance for him. Our boy assured him that he will be fine after resting a bit. The officers decided to leave since our boy said that he is fine. The other officer asked the old woman not to call them for things like this again. He explained to her that they can get in trouble for responding to things like this. The woman told him that she was really shocked. After they left, Seowon closed his door and fell to the ground. He could not believe that he nearly died. The elixir's energy boiled up like fire. If it weren't for the white martial physique arts, Seowon wouldn't have been able to handle it. Our boy now understood that there is a risk when using the items in reality. While he was thinking, he decided to see the amount of energy he got. He raised his hand and barely moved it to use the undefeated palm strike. With the simple swing of his hand, Seowon sent everything around him flying. When he took a look at the damage he caused, he realized that he needed to sell some of his items in order to buy things. The next day, we are taken to an outdoor training ground. We see Seowon hanging upside down on a pull-up bar. In order to polish the unstoppable fist beyond his current level, our boy needed to do physical training. He came to this training ground to train, but it turns out that it is too crowded during the day. Our boy decided to come back later and train after sunset. While he was on the bar, he saw something weird. He saw high school delinquents. He recalled that there is actually a high school just down the mountain. A girl standing next to the kid smoking a cigarette referred to him as Dongjun and asked him if Minshik really said that he is meeting them. Dongjun called her a crazy bitch and asked her to stop questioning him. Immediately he said this. Someone told the boy that this mountain is a non-smoking area. The old man told the boy that it doesn't make sense for him to smoke as a student. The boy said that even his parents don't say anything about his smoking. He asked the old man to mind his own business. The old man told him that his parents failed to raise him properly. Dongjun was annoyed to hear this. He couldn't believe that some random old man was judging him. Seowon noticed that the boy's friends slowly gathered around the man. The boy raised his hand and told the old man that he is going to get his ass kicked. Before he could do anything, he got a kick on his face. He slammed his face on the ground and hit the trash cans behind him. Seowon told him that he can't punch an old man just because he is rude. Immediately he said this. The other students turned to the side to meet the boy known as Minshik. Minshik called Seowon messy hair and asked him if they haven't met before. The huge high school boy asked Seowon if he wants to die. Our boy realized that things have become a lot more complicated than he wanted it to be. Minshik asked Seowon if he was the one who beat up his brother. Seowon explained to him that his brother was the one who did something wrong. He told him that his brother showed no respect to the elderly. He explained to him that a high schooler shouldn't smoke in public if they don't want to get in serious trouble. He told Minshik that he needs to educate his younger brother properly. He told him that he had no choice but to go overboard. He said that he couldn't allow Dongjun to hit the old man. The moment he said this, Seowon dodged Minshik's punch. He clenched his fist and attacked the boy with the piercing fist. The attack sent him flying. The boy fell to the ground and spat out some blood. Seowon was shocked to see this. He realized that he failed to control his strength properly. The other students were surprised to see what our boy did. Seowon watched Minshik get up. The boy took out a pocket knife. He asked our boy where a freak like him crawled out from. With a look of anger on his face, he called Seowon a bastard and told him that he will kill him. Seowon realized that both the older and younger brother are out of control. Minshik moved close to him and swung his knife at him. He asked him to die. Our boy easily dodged the attack by moving to the side. Minshik swung his knife at him again. The longer our boy fought, the more he understood his situation. Fighting ordinary people had become too easy for him. Seowon went down and kicked the boy's leg. This made him lose balance. Our boy gathered his energy in his hands. He knew that he had to control his strength in order to avoid killing the idiot. He decided to just use 50% of his strength. He used the undefeated palm strike to hit the boy. The attack sent Minshik flying. The boy spat out some blood and hit his body on a tree. The other people in the training ground quickly took out their phones and took a picture of Minshik. Seowon was shocked to see the power of his attack. This wasn't what he wanted to happen. He decided to blame Minshik. He told the boy that his acting is too dramatic. He asked him if he is an action movie actor. He turned around and advised the boys to quit smoking and respect their elders. He asked them not to walk around with dangerous things like knives. After saying this, our boy ran. Dongjun's friends moved close to him and tried to wake him up. Everyone else was busy taking a picture. As he ran down the mountain, Seowon wondered why he thought of showing off his strength to an ordinary person. He knew that his life would have been over if Minshik had died. He understood that he had to properly train in order to learn how to control his abilities. A month later, we see Seowon circulating his energy in his apartment. While he was circulating his energy, he heard his phone ringing. It was a call from his mom. His mother asked him if he has eaten. Seowon told her that he has. She told him that she called because he wasn't replying to her texts. She asked him if he isn't sick. She also asked him about how the new academy is. Seowon told his mother that the academy is manageable. He couldn't tell her that he was practicing martial arts instead of studying. He asked her about how his father's new delivery job is going. His mother revealed to him that his father got into a car accident. Our boy was shocked to hear this. He asked her about how it happened. His mother revealed to him that it happened while he was making deliveries. A car ran past a red light and hit him really hard. With tears in her eyes, his mother told him that she is worried because the surgery costs a lot of money. She was aware that she hasn't been giving her son enough allowance. She told him that she feels bad for what she wants to ask. She asked Seowon if he still has some money left from his allowance. Seowon put his hand into the portal and asked her about how much the surgery costs. His mother told him that it costs 2 million won. Our boy took out Escrow's necklace when he heard this. He asked his mom not to worry too much. He said that he might have a solution. He asked her if she is doing fine. His mom told him that she is fine. She apologized to her son for disturbing him when he is already busy studying. Seowon assured her that it is fine. He told her that he will call her back later. He picked up a bag and put something inside. He quickly went outside. Our boy's parents spent their lives bouncing from one rented apartment to another. His father worked harder than anyone he knew, but his income shrank as he aged. His job was easily replaceable, so he changed workplace often. Seowon cried when he realized that he was just a classic freeloading child from a poor family. He called himself a hopeless burden with no future. He told himself that he will no longer live like this. He put himself together and went into a luxury store. He showed the attendant Escrow's necklace and asked her to tell him how much he can sell it for. The woman said that the craftsmanship is excellent. She could tell that it wasn't a local item. Seowon told her that it is an item that has been in his family for 5 generations. The woman said that the styling is definitely not from modern times. Seowon asked her to tell him how much it is worth. The attendant explained to him that the piece can be worth more than its gold content. She asked him if he is certain that he wants to sell it. Our boy assured her that he is aware that it isn't something he should sell. He explained to her that his father needs the money for emergency surgery. The woman knew that Seowon wouldn't have a certificate of authenticity for an item that is considered a heritage. Our boy told her that the situation is urgent. A while later, we see Seowon step out of the store. He quickly opened his phone to see the amount in his bank. He did not expect the price of gold to have gone up this much. Even after he gives his mom the money, there was still enough for him to use for a while. Seowon looked into the store to see the woman. He saw that she was quite excited. He realized that he might have undersold the item. It didn't really matter to him because he needed some quick cash. Our boy knew that he had to find better ways to sell the items he brings back. He walked forward. He decided to send the money to his mom. After sending the money, he called her to inform her that he has sent it. His mother asked him about where he got this amount of money. She asked him if he took out a loan. She told him that she can't spend the money knowing that it is a loan. Seowon told her that he can't get a loan when he doesn't have a proper full-time job. He told her that it is simply the money he saved up from his part-time job in the army. His mother told him that she is really sorry. Seowon asked her not to worry about him. He said that he will visit the hospital soon. His mother thanked him for his help. Our boy got on a train and stood. While he was standing, he heard some students saying that something is fake. One of them said that it is obviously CGI. He asked his friend if he believes in things like this. His friend said that the video looks like it was filmed in secret. In the video, a man wearing a suit mentioned something about Escrow's flame. Seowon recognized these words. When he looked at the student's phone, he saw the man shoot out fire from his hand. Seowon couldn't believe his eyes. Other people who watched the video for the first time wouldn't understand what is going on, but Seowon knew that this was a spell from Cloyd's survival. Our boy couldn't believe that he wasn't the only person in Korea who took part in the game. While the students were watching the video, it got deleted. The owner of the phone said that the video has been getting uploaded and deleted for a while. His friend told him that the person who uploaded the video must be crazy. At this point in time, our boy was not aware of the consequences of someone else having access to the opportunity he had. The scene shifts, and we are taken somewhere else. We see a blonde man receiving a call. The man said that he will make sure something never happens again. He said that they will cut off the internet access across the country if they have to. A bunch of men in suits stood in front of the man. The blonde man apologized to his superior. He assured the person that they will take care of the issue immediately. After saying this, the man ended the call. He turned to one of his subordinates and told him that he heard that the person who uploaded the video is Korean. He asked his subordinate to tell him what happened. The man explained to him that the number of survivors has drastically surged recently. He said that it is almost impossible for them to keep track of all the survivors. The blonde man grabbed an ashtray and threw it at his subordinate's head. The ashtray wounded the man's head. The blonde man asked him about why the number of agents haven't increased when the number of survivors did. The man fell to the ground and covered his injury with his hand. The blonde man ordered him to find and bring in the attention-seeking man. The man said that he will do it. The blonde man asked him to stop his bleeding. He told him that he will kill him if he gets his blood on his carpet. A man with a healing ability quickly moved close to the man and applied his ability to the injury. The blond man wondered if the weaklings in front of him can even catch the survivors. He told his subordinates that he is already having enough headaches dealing with the free bears. He asked them to move if they understand. They all accepted the man's order. In the next scene, we see Seowon running in a forest at night. After the first game, our boy has been training at night when no one can see him. He has been doing this for 2 months. He has gathered a sufficient amount of inner energy, and he has become accustomed to using it. While running, Seowon jumped and activated his shadow clone technique. He created a single clone. He and the clone used the spatial strike of the unstoppable fist. Our boy was having issues with the shadow clone technique. He could only summon one shadow clone with his current inner energy, and the duration wasn't very long. As Seowon ran deeper into the forest, his clone chased after him. He and his clone attacked each other. Their fists clashed and released some energy. While our boy was breathing heavily, his clone disappeared. He fell to the ground. He realized that this was his limit. He recalled that he had no issues controlling 8 clones when he was fighting Sunturk. He wondered why he couldn't use his ability to its fullest potential. He wondered if he used too much inner energy in his last fight. His Danteon was in a pitiful state. He stood up and told himself that there is no point in sulking. He decided to go home and cultivate more. He felt hungry from training. He wondered about which food he kept in his subspace. Before Seowon could open his subspace, he got dragged into another world. He saw different warriors like last time. Some of them seemed confused. They were all speaking different languages. Seowon noticed that a few people looked as confused as he did before. He couldn't believe that he was just getting invited into another game after 2 months. The system appeared in front of him and thanked him for participating in Cloyd Survival. The huge knight statue announced that he will begin the tutorial explanation. Seowon recalled that the tutorial was skipped last time. He smiled when he realized that there are more beginners in the game this time. While looking around, he saw someone sitting on the statue. He noticed that the person was wearing a uniform. He was certain that this was a high school student. Seowon did not expect to see someone from Korea participating in the game. The boy stood up and looked around. Seowon ignored him. He believed that the boy was trying to aura farm for attention. He felt like high schoolers were always doing too much. He could tell that the boy had played these games before. He hoped that the boy wasn't a monstrously strong bastard like Sagwon. While he was thinking, the system announced that the game will commence with 200 players. The game will have the lowest difficulty. The players were asked to get into the top 200. It will take place in the Valley of Cantris. Rewards will be distributed starting from rank 20. Seowon did not like the game. If 200 people pass and 200 people are participating, there is no risk of failing. Since there was no risk of failing, Seowon decided to play like a psycho. After the statue explained what he already knew, something very surprising was announced. The system announced that the game is a duo game. Seowon was surprised to hear this. He didn't know why it wasn't a solo game. The statue advised the people to find someone they like and conduct a duo registration. He said that the game will continue until one team is left alive. Even if one player lives till the end, both players in the team will be rewarded. The statue told the players that they will be forced to play the game solo if they don't create a team in 5 minutes. Seowon believed that the game became a duo game because there are more people in this game than last time. He noticed that everyone there were just meeting each other for the first time. He wondered about what they believed in to form a team. He knew that he could get a deadweight as a teammate if he chooses wrongly. He remembered the boy from earlier. Since he didn't look like a beginner, Seowon believed that he would be useful. When he turned to the statue, he saw that the boy was gone. Our boy didn't know when he moved. He wondered if he already went to find a teammate. Our boy decided to form a duo with anyone. He walked up to a knight and asked him if he would like to form a duo with him. The system informed him that the knight is already in a duo. Seowon quickly went to meet another person. The system told him the same thing. All the people around him were already in a duo. Our boy was certain that there were people who haven't found a duo. Unfortunately, he didn't know how to find them in this crowd. While he was looking around, the system announced that Cloyd Survival will be starting soon. Since he didn't have any time left, Seowon decided to kill any solo or duo players he finds. Immediately he thought of this. He moved to the sky. The system announced that day 1 of the duo game has began. Each participant moved through the sky. Seowon noticed that there were scattered villages around the valley. He felt like this was a good place to farm. He quickly asked the system to descend. He wanted to land first and take out anyone who comes down after him. Immediately, he landed on the ground. He turned around. He saw 3 different teams land in the village. Seowon quickly ran towards their direction. After the first game ended, our boy replayed everything in his head over and over again. He also did countless mental simulations for the second game. All he needed to do was to execute what he planned. Inside the forest, we see a mage land on the ground. The mage was a beginner. He didn't know what was happening. He felt nauseous from landing on the ground. He wondered where his teammate, whose name is James, landed in. Immediately he thought of this. Seowon appeared behind him. Before he could attack the mage, he sensed his presence. The mage quickly used a shield to block our boy's spatial strike. The mage was shocked to see Seowon. He asked our boy about why he is attacking him. Our boy said that one is down. Immediately he said this. He attacked the mage with a technique known as bone shatter. His punch crushed the man's body. The mage spat out some blood and fell to the ground. The system informed him that his opponent has been knocked out. It asked him to finish him off with a final strike before his teammate revives him. Seowon did not expect duo games to have this kinds of settings. He placed his leg on the mage's head. Immediately he crushed his head. He sensed something. Our boy quickly turned around. He saw a knight charging towards him with his huge spear. Seowon quickly moved to the side to dodge the spear. The man hit him with his shield. Our boy wondered if this man is the mage's teammate. He quickly moved back. The knight asked him if he was the one who killed his comrade. Seowon could tell that the man specialized in close combat. Due to the nature of the unstoppable fist which relies on bare hands, the most important thing to consider is how to deal with opponents armed with bows, spears, and swords. In reality, there is no way to face such weapons. Our boy has only practiced his techniques through image training. He became excited when he realized that he can try it out in the game. He even began to smile. He stood up and said that the match will be fun. The moment he said this, the knight ran towards him with a technique called charge. Seowon clenched his fist and thrust his hand at the knight's spear. Before his hand could touch the spear, our boy opened his fist and gently pushed the spear to the side. Before he could reach the knight, he moved his spear close to him. Seowon was surprised to see this. He quickly raised his hand to block the attack. The knight's spear bounced off his elbow. Our boy was surprised to see that the knight closed the distance and shifted the trajectory of his attack. He noticed that the knight's chest was open. He used his palm to hit the knight with the spatial strike technique. The attack destroyed the knight's armor and severely damaged his chest. Before the knight could recover, Seowon grabbed his head and gave him a kick in the face. The kick destroyed his helmet and sent him flying. He got pushed into the village. The knight fell to the ground and lost consciousness. Seowon placed his leg on his head and crushed his head. He had now taken out one team. The man released a lot of life chi when he died. No matter how much our boy cultivates, absorbing life chi was simply a much faster way to get stronger. Seowon realized that there are 4 more people in the area. The moment he thought of this, something flew towards him. Our boy quickly bent his head to dodge the thing. It was an arrow. He raised his head up to see where the arrow came from. He carefully tried to trace the trajectory of the arrow. There were several houses in front of him. Our boy told himself that the arrow must have come from the houses on the side. Immediately he thought of this. He saw another arrow appear in front of him. He was shocked to see the arrow. He quickly bent his head. Unfortunately, the arrow left a cut on his face and made him spill some blood. Our boy wondered if the arrows were going to keep coming at him. The moment he thought of this, the archer fired more arrows at him. Seowon dodged the arrows and ran. He ran into the woods. Since the archer was this accurate despite being far away from him, Seowon wondered if it was Zurikana. He quickly deduced that this archer is not as strong as the elf. He wondered if the person is attacking alone or if their teammate is also chasing after him. He turned around and jumped into a house from the back. He wanted to figure out the archer's position. He believed that the archer's teammate will show up if he catches him. He went up on the roof to get a better view. If it were the previous game, Seowon would be hiding in each house in order to farm, but now that he set his sight on life chi, his enemies have become nothing more than fuel for him to absorb. While he was running, he saw something coming at him. 3 arrows were coming at him at the same time. One of them pierced through his head. Seowon couldn't believe his eyes. Fortunately, it was just a clone. The clone disappeared in the air. The archer watched this from the window of one of the houses. He did not understand what was happening. He was certain that he hit our boy. He did not know how he vanished. The moment he thought of this, someone kicked him in the face. He spat out a large amount of blood. The person turned out to be Seowon. Our boy gave the man a kick that sent him flying. The man slammed his back on the door. Seowon landed on the ground. He noticed that he couldn't see the archer. He was certain that he hit the man. He did not know where the man disappeared to. Oddly enough, the archer was right in front of him. He picked up his bow and moved past Siwon. The moment he did this, our boy realized that the man could be using the night cloak. The archer jumped out of the house and turned to fire his arrow at Siwon's back. Before he could do anything, our boy looked down and saw his shadow. He quickly dodged the attack by moving out of the way. The archer moved towards the ground. Siwon realized that the man got behind him and escaped through the window. The archer glared at him when he landed on the ground. He quickly began to run. He entered the sunlight and became visible. Siwon told him that he cannot escape easily. Immediately he said this. He jumped out through the window and ran after him. While the archer was running, Siwon landed in front of him. The man was shocked to see him. Our boy told him that he made a mistake by coming at him in broad daylight with the cloak. He told the archer that he could have reached the top if he just hid with the item. He asked the man to die and give the cloak to him. The moment he said this, an elf appeared and told him that he has said enough. The elf took out his daggers and apologized to the archer. He said that he chased after Siwon, but he couldn't catch up to him. He said that our boy is faster than he looks. The archer told the man that he is supposed to protect him at all costs as his ally. The elf told his teammate that he didn't see Siwon's teammate. The archer told him that he doesn't care. He said that they need to kill our boy. Siwon realized that he should have killed the archer quickly and taken out the other man. Now he had to face the two of them at the same time. He smiled when he realized that he made a mistake. He recalled that he is the one who actually has more numbers on his side. Immediately he thought of this. The elf charged at him. The archer also fired an arrow at him. Siwon dodged the arrow. It moved towards the elf. The elf quickly used his daggers to block the arrow. Siwon put his hands together to create something. He then ran into an alley. The archer called him a slippery bastard. He fired 3 arrows at our boy. The arrows hit Siwon in his back. The archer smiled and said that our boy got shot by a talented archer. He said that he never misses. While he and the elf were looking at Siwon's body, we see the actual Siwon appear above them. The archer, whose name is Alex, said that he has finally gotten our boy. The moment he said this, our boy landed behind him. He told him that he is arrogant. The man was shocked to see him. He didn't understand how Siwon got behind him. Before he could turn around, Siwon used his hand to pierce through his chest. He squashed his heart and took out his hand. He told the man that his eyes can tell him that he is somewhere. This doesn't mean that he is actually there. The system informed him that he has taken out his opponent. It asked him to take out his teammate if he doesn't want him to resurrect him. The elf raised his dagger and told our boy that he uses strange magic. He believed that Siwon was an illusionist. Our boy smiled and said that he is simply a returning student. He told the elf that he has to take him down if he wants to save his ally. The elf charged at him when he heard this. He told Siwon that he will kill him and survive till the end. Our boy charged at him too. The elf swung his daggers at him with a technique known as double strike. Siwon thrust his fist at the elf with a technique known as counter. In order to use counter, our boy needs to close in and aim straight for his opponent's shoulder. Before his hand could reach the elf's shoulder, he used his other dagger to quickly land a cut on his arm. Siwon was surprised to see this. He didn't expect the elf to be so fast. The elf moved past him and landed a cut on his ribs in an instant. The move is called Bloody Rush. Our boy realized that a dagger is completely different from a spear. The cut that the elf gave him was quite deep. If he hadn't covered himself with his inner energy, the attack would have sliced through his arm and the rest of his body. The elf found it strange that his daggers didn't cut as deep as he predicted. He believed that Siwon must be using some tricks. He said that it doesn't really matter. With a smile on his face, he told our boy that his neck is next. Immediately he said this. He charged at Siwon. Our boy wondered about what he should do. Counter was the best technique he could use against this elf, but he didn't know how he was going to counter the elf's movements. The moment he thought of this, he realized that there is no penalty for failing in this game. Siwon closed his eyes. He decided to try something else since there was no risk of failing. Instead of following the elf with his eyes, he decided to try feeling his energy and killing intent. Our boy's energy carefully moved around him. He told himself that he cannot achieve first place if he can't even overcome this. This version of Siwon, who practiced methods of using inner energy for 2 months, is not the same person who struggled after learning about inner energy from Dokian for the first time. In fact, Siwon is one of the very few people who has a rare talent for using inner energy. Our boy carefully moved with the energy he was feeling. He ended his movement by pressing something on the ground. When Seowon opened his eyes, he saw that he was on top the elf, and he was pressing his head to the ground. He had fully restrained the elf. Our boy could not believe his eyes. The elf grit his teeth and asked Seowon to tell him how he blocked his ultimate attack so easily. Our boy wasn't listening to him. He could feel that he had broken through a wall in his cultivation journey. He put himself together and used his hand to squash the elf's head. The system informed him that he killed Carl Jr. with brute force. There were now 196 players in the game. He stood up and absorbed Carl's life chi. He opened the two men's boxes and took out the items they had. He took out a healing scroll from one of the chests. The system asked him if he would like to use the healing scroll. Seowon said that he would. He wanted to heal and continue farming. After getting healed, our boy took a look at something and asked himself about why he always gets worked up and mess things up. He was looking at the night cloak which Alex possessed. The cloak was now damaged. The system informed him that the night cloak has lost its function. It told him that he needs a craftsman with special abilities or a special scroll to repair it. Seowon knew that it would have been easy for him to get to the top if the cloak wasn't damaged. He put the cloak into his subspace. He decided to look at the other items he got. He took out a longbow that belongs to Alex. The system informed him that the item is known as the lightning-struck cottonwood bow. It allows its user to shoot arrows containing faint lightning energy. Our boy recalled that he couldn't feel any lightning from the arrows the archer shot at him. He put the longbow away and took out a manual known as the multi-shoot skill book. The skill allows the user to shoot multiple arrows at once. Seowon realized that Alex wasn't originally an archer, he just learned how to shoot in the game. Our boy decided to try out the skill since he learned it. He took out the longbow and fired multiple arrows at a building with a single shot. Seowon realized that this longbow was much better than the crossbow he picked up in the last game. He knew that this longbow will be useful. Our boy recalled that there was one more team in this region. He decided to rest and farm before chasing after them. He went into a house to search for items. While looking around, Seowon wondered if there were only junk items there, because the place is filled with village houses. He wondered if he could find something similar to the night cloak. While thinking, he saw something through the window. He saw a watchtower at the center of the town. Our boy knew that this kinds of places are usually the best farming points. He quickly went to the tower and opened the door. Since the tower's door was closed, Seowon believed that no one has come there yet. He decided to start looking around. He quickly closed the door in order not to draw attention. While climbing the stairs, Seowon prayed that something good would come out. He wanted to get a night cloak or rings that increase his strength. When Seowon arrived at the top, he realized that there was nothing in the building. He punched the wall out of anger. Sometimes everything goes as planned in the game, and sometimes things just don't go well for Seowon. While he was fuming in anger, our boy saw a duo running around. He wondered if they had anything good on them. He knew that it will be difficult for him to face them alone if they have good items. He wondered about how he was going to deal with them. The moment he thought of this, he noticed something. He saw one of them pointing at the watchtower. Our boy realized that they were coming there. When they arrived at the door, the mage told his teammate, whose name is Kilroy, that the door was closed. He assured him that no one has been there. The first thing the mage found was a healing scroll. He said that this is a good omen. Seowon watched them from above. He didn't notice the healing scroll at the entrance because there was so much junk around. He didn't think that it would end up being a good bait. Our boy jumped down from the stairs. He believed that the team wasn't strong and their items were worthless because they were at the level of being excited by a healing scroll. With a smile on his face, he said that he has to strike first when he sees weaklings. The players noticed a shadow on the ground. Before they could react, Seowon landed in front of them. He quickly turned to the mage. He knew that the mage would have already started casting a barrier now if he is a little talented. He swung his hand at the mage. His attack was blocked by a barrier. His attack destroyed the barrier. The mage was shocked to see that Seowon attacked him. Our boy decided to end him with his next attack. The mage raised his hand and activated a spell known as Escrow's Flame. He fired his attack at Seowon. Our boy dodged the attack by jumping. The flames hit the mage's teammate. The huge man with an axe was annoyed by this. He asked the mage to tell him what he is doing. The mage told him that he was trying to hit Seowon. While Kilroy was trying to put out the fire, our boy landed behind him. The man and the mage turned to him. Kilroy asked the mage if Seowon is alone. The mage told him that our boy would have attacked with his teammate if he had won. Kilroy raised his axe and said that they can kill him. He swung his axe at our boy. Seowon easily dodged his axe. He carefully moved away from Kilroy. Kilroy was annoyed to see this. He told our boy that he will kill him. Immediately he said this, he made a huge swing. Seowon dodged the attack by jumping. Kilroy's axe hit his teammate. His axe hit the mage in his ribs. The mage asked the man about what he is doing. Kilroy became scared. He told the mage that he didn't do it on purpose. He told him that he was trying to attack our boy. The mage told him that he understands. He asked the man to take out the axe. Before the man could do anything, Seowon appeared behind the mage. He attacked his head with a technique known as crushing strike. The attack crushed the mage's head. Our boy thanked the warrior for letting him get the last hit. The warrior was annoyed to hear this. He believed that Seowon was mocking him. He ordered his armor to come off. Immediately his armor came off. The man's body grew bigger. Seowon wondered if Kilroy had a weight debuff on his armor. The man looked like he was a strength-type player. Our boy wondered if he will be a little faster now. Kilroy swung his axe at him with a technique known as smash. Seowon jumped and dodged the attack. The warrior's axe destroyed the ground. The warrior quickly raised his head up to see Seowon. Our boy attacked him with a bone-shattering technique known as straight kick. He hit the warrior in his neck with his kick. The kick heavily injured the warrior, but he was still able to move. He told Seowon that he can't stay in the air forever. He told him that he still has to step on the ground. Immediately he said this. He swung his axe at Seowon while he was in the air. His attack went through our boy and destroyed a small part of the watchtower. Seowon had to admit that Kilroy's strength is remarkable. He disappeared in midair and landed on the ground. The attack didn't touch him at all. He asked Kilroy if he believes that he can catch him with just brute strength. The warrior told Seowon that he wants to see if he will run his mouth after he is dead. The moment he said this, he swung his axe at our boy. Seowon bent his head to dodge the warrior's axe. He quickly attacked him with the piercing fist. Kilroy blocked the attack. He said that a worm like our boy will squirm when someone steps on him. While he was talking, we see the real Seowon behind him. The Seowon that landed in front of the warrior was a clone. Our boy turned around and asked the man to keep fighting his clone. He called him a stupid bastard. He walked out of the tower. When he got outside, Kilroy heard his footsteps. He was surprised to see that Seowon was outside. He wondered about when he got there. Our boy looked up. He saw that Kilroy had heavily damaged the building with his attacks. He raised his leg and asked the warrior if he isn't curious about what will happen if he does something. Immediately he said this. He kicked the wall with a large amount of strength. The warrior asked him about what he is doing. He asked him if he doesn't know that there is someone else inside. The moment he said this, he turned around and saw Seowon's clone slowly fading away. Kilroy quickly begged our boy to save him. Seowon turned around and let the building crumble on Kilroy. The destruction caused a large explosion. Immediately he got out of the dust. Seowon wondered if he will be awarded the kill since he didn't directly kill the man with his hands. He killed the warrior this way because he thought it would be fun, but it doesn't benefit him if he doesn't get the kill. Our boy called himself an idiot. After the dust cleared up, the system announced that there are now 194 players. When Seowon moved close to the rubbles, the chests appeared in front of him. He found it interesting that the chest appeared separately from the corpses since there was no space for them to spawn near the bodies. Our boy knew that he would have wasted the whole day digging around to find the chests. He decided to start looting. He took out an item known as Glove of Strength and wore it on his hand. The glove slightly increases the wearer's strength. This glove was the only useful item Kilroy had. When Seowon opened the mage's chest, he was shocked to see what was inside. There were even items that he hadn't seen before. He got a magic explosion scroll. The scroll can be detonated using magic. He got an item known as Cursed Brooch. He also got a Philosopher's Stone and a fragmented secret manual. The manual's true name will be revealed once all 8 pieces are collected. After taking what he wanted, he decided to leave the area. He was aware that he had caused a lot of commotion in this place. He wore a robe known as the Mage's Robe. The item blocks wind and rain, but it offers no defense. Seowon took a look at a map. He noticed that the restricted zone is starting to close in. He knew that there will be a few people that have made it to the other side by now. He decided to check the center of the map and head over to the other side. He checked the rest of the houses for items, but there was nothing worth taking inside. He decided to move on in order not to waste time. The center was quite far. However, since our boy had gotten used to using chi, he traveled at a much faster pace than he did in the last game. While he was running, the system informed him that he has entered a monster spawn zone. It explained to him that there are specific zones where monsters appear on certain maps. It told him that the types of monsters that appear vary widely. It informed him that boss monsters appear in certain maps. If our boy is able to successfully hunt the boss monster, a special item will be dropped. Seowon realized that he will have to face more things other than werewolves. He wondered why the system never told him about this in the first game. The system revealed to him that there are also buff monsters in the game. Buff monsters grant players special buffs for a limited time. After hearing the system's explanation, Seowon looked around. He realized that he is almost at his destination. The moment he thought of this, he heard a loud sound. He quickly covered his ears. He wondered if it was a monster. In another part of the forest, we see two players standing in front of some monsters. Some of the monsters were flying while some were on the ground. The mage told the swordsman that he will tie the monsters down. He told him that they need to fight as defensively as possible. The swordsman thanked the mage for his support. He charged at the monsters. While they were fighting, our boy watched them from afar. He did not expect to see a mage and a martial artist fighting together. He raised his longbow and said that he will start things off by taking one of them out. Immediately he said this, he fired his arrow at them. Before Seowon's arrow hit the man, the mage used lightning to push away the monsters around him, and the swordsman used a technique known as 7-star sword art to tear through them. The mage created ice shards with a spell called Ice Lance and fired it at the monsters. The swordsman said that there are a lot of monsters, but they are almost done. He told his comrade that they should be able to get a good reward. He suggested that they finish the battle well. After saying this, he charged at the monsters. The mage continued firing at the beasts. He wondered if he will be able to handle the beasts in front of him. He uses a lot of mana every time he kills one of them. The moment the mage thought of this, an arrow hit his barrier. His barrier was able to stop the arrow, but it got heavily damaged. The mage was shocked to see the arrow. He quickly informed his teammate that someone is trying to ambush them. He said that someone is targeting them. He turned to the swordsman and told him that they need to leave the monsters and fight their attacker. The man declined his request and told him that they are almost done with the monsters. The mage was annoyed to hear this. He told the swordsman that someone is about to take them out. He asked him to stop spouting nonsense. He suggested that they get out of there immediately. Seowon noticed that the men were having an internal conflict. He drew his longbow and conjured 3 arrows. He decided to provoke the men a little more. He fired his arrows at them at a crazy speed. The mage was shocked to see the arrows coming at them. He quickly informed his teammate that another arrow was coming towards them. He created an ice wall to block the arrows, but they pierced through them. His teammate informed him that he needs to cast another barrier immediately. The mage grit his teeth and told the swordsman that he doesn't have to tell him this. He raised his hand and casted a spell known as escrow-style barrier. He told the swordsman that the barrier would shatter again if Seowon fires at them with the same level of destructive power. He told him that they need to run. The swordsman beheaded a monster and told his teammate that they will lose the reward for slaying these monsters if they run off now. He said that this loss will be too big. He said that they need to finish up quickly before moving. The mage was annoyed to hear this. He reminded the man that the barrier won't be enough. He raised his staff and casted a spell known as escrow-style defensive wall. Immediately he did this. The earth rose up from all angles and covered them. Only the ceiling was left open. The wall kept them away from Seowon's vision. The swordsman was annoyed to see what the mage did. He asked him about why he did this. Seowon realized that a mage must have created this wall. He felt like the wall was actually working in his advantage. He ran towards the wall. Inside the wall, we see the mage explaining to the swordsman that it is better for him to do this than to waste mana casting barriers. The swordsman told him that they can't figure out their enemy's location now. The mage assured him that their attacker won't be able to get over the wall. The swordsman grabbed him and asked him if he is trying to announce their location to the enemy. The mage became nervous. He told the man that he has to wait until the wall disappears. While they were talking, a monster charged at them. The swordsman beheaded it with a single strike. The mage was shocked to see this. The swordsman told him that they will go their separate ways if he does something this stupid again. Immediately he said this. He asked him to look up. The two players saw some arrows coming at them. They were able to dodge the arrows. The swordsman explained to his teammate that a wall like this is useless against a siege weapon like a longbow. The mage now understood why he was angry. The swordsman asked him if he can't get rid of it immediately. The mage told him that it will take about 5 minutes. Outside the wall, we see Seowon open his subspace and take out a scroll. He took out a magic explosion scroll. The scroll explodes 10 seconds after use. He put the scroll on an arrow. The system asked him if he will use the item. Seowon accepted the offer. He took a stance and started counting down. He fired the arrow at the 5th second. He watched it as it went over the wall. The players were surprised to see that our boy only fired one arrow. Unfortunately for them, the countdown was over. The arrow released a bright light. The swordsman was shocked to see this. Before he could do anything, the arrow released a large explosion that destroyed the wall. Seowon was surprised to see how large the explosion was. He didn't expect the scroll to be this effective. While he was looking at the fire, a snake monster charged at him. Seowon destroyed it with a punch and asked it to shut up. Some minutes later, we see the mage lying on the ground. The swordsman dug himself out of the rubble. He grit his teeth out of anger and called the mage a dumbass. He couldn't believe that he almost died a meaningless death because of the mage. The moment he thought of this, the man saw something shocking. Seowon was pointing an arrow directly at his head. Our boy asked him about how he is doing. He told him that he got an easy win thanks to his mage voluntarily caging them up. The swordsman laughed and said that having an eye for choosing a good teammate is also a skill. He said that he has a long way to go. He gently smiled and closed his eyes. Seowon fired an arrow through his head. His body dissipated and a chest appeared. Due to how the swordsman's chest appeared immediately, Seowon deduced that the mage must have died in the explosion that took place earlier. When he opened the chest, he found a book known as the 7-Star Cultivation Art Manual. It is a cultivation technique that is the foundation of the 7-Star Sword Art. Our boy was able to get the man's sword art, footwork, and a whole complete set of martial art. The system asked him if he will like to replace the white martial physique arts with the 7-Star Cultivation Art Manual. Seowon declined the offer. This cultivation technique was useless to him. Fortunately, not all the items were useless. He got an item known as Tokar's Ring. It is a ring that greatly increases a person's magic resistance. Seowon wondered if the swordsman was able to survive the explosion because of the ring. After he was done looting, he went to check for the mage's chest. He found the man's chest in the rubble. Seowon picked up a necklace from the chest and smiled. He couldn't believe that he finally got another escrow's necklace. The item had no special ability. It was just pure gold. Our boy also got a grimoire known as the Ice Lance Grimoire. The grimoire can be learned by 4th circle mages and above. It allows the user to freeze his target and deal damage. Seowon knew that this grimoire was too high-tiered for him to learn. While he was looking at it, he noticed that some monsters were coming close to him. Some minutes later, we see our boy standing in the middle of the monsters' bodies. He couldn't believe that the two players were struggling with these monsters. Immediately he thought of this. He saw something on the ground. He saw some bags on the ground. He wondered if it was a reward for hunting the monsters. When he picked up a bag, he saw an item known as Tears of Lamia and a necklace known as Tyran's Necklace. The Tears of Lamia is used as a material for various magic experiments. It is also used for crafting items. Tyran's Necklace slightly increases the user's agility. Seowon liked the necklace, but he didn't know what to do with the other item. The scene shifts, and we are taken to a house. We see Seowon circulating his energy. While circulating his energy, he wondered if the boss monster of this game can give him a buff that is so big that it can change the entire course of a battle. Seowon believed that he needed to kill a boss monster as soon as possible. He realized that there were 2 things he needed to know if he was going to face the boss monster. He wanted to know if he was strong enough to face the boss monster, and if there are other players who are thinking the same thing as him. The next day, we see Seowon looking at the player count. He saw that there were 139 players left. He saw that 60 people died on the first day. Seowon was able to get 8 kills out of this 60. He decided to move towards the marker he placed earlier at the center of the map. As he walked through a desert, Seowon recalled that the weather in the first game was quite nice. He wondered why it was so hot in this place. He wondered if he should have waited for the sun to set before he started moving. The moment he thought of this, Seowon saw the shadow of a bird above him. He quickly raised his head up to see the bird. He saw it carrying a box. Seowon realized that this must be a supply drop. The bird flew forward and let go of the box. Our boy quickly ran towards it. When he got close to the chest, he placed his hand on it. The system informed him that he has found a Cloyd survival supply drop. It explained to him that his location will be revealed every 30 minutes by a red light if he takes the treasure. This will happen for 6 hours. It asked Seowon if he will like to open the chest. Our boy accepted the offer. He decided to take the gamble since there was no risk of failing in this match. When Seowon opened